Damn emojis, I gotta erase those all the time. Did you tell, didn't you say that Laura found a way around that out in England?
They had an update on YouTube there and they have it down by down in the chat bar now where you type instead of up in a thing, but they haven't released it here yet.
Okay, I think we're all set now. What, Mia? What do you want?
All right, got the chat pulled up.
Right back.
All right.
What do you want? Nobody in the chat yet, huh?
Yep, but
I'm getting the feeling that, it's not that I'm threatening not to go live, but I just think that maybe time has come, But it's such a part of my life, that I know that I'll miss it if I stop, because everybody that has stopped ends up missing it and coming back,
Sarah said she's first in the chat.
Yep, Sarah's first. How's Sarah doing?
Okay, for the most part.
Did she go to the doctor?
No, that's gonna be in a couple days, I think.
To be announced?
Yeah.
Jackson Gaming is second. That would be Tim, right? Isn't that what his new thing is? Hey, Jackson Gaming. Here comes Captain Joe.
What's up, Tim? How's it going? Tim, I emailed you that banner that
Hey, what's up?
Jim did. I
Tina.
tested it It's a lot better than the other ones you tried, so I mean, it's something for right now. It does work. So,
Hey, how you doing, Joe?
Doing all right, Justin?
Sarah was first on the panel today.
mean in the chat,
She's always first.
Chat. First in the chat.
She's always first.
Sunstar, what's up?
Or rather, she deserves to always be first.
Sunstar said, please continue to go live, Paul, for you and us.
What did Paul say?
Well, I was saying that, that we're getting less and less people coming into the channel. And I says, I'm starting to feel like maybe the end is near,
No, it's not.
Did you hear from your insurance company? Did you talk to them?
Oh, yeah, we had a good one today.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did they say?
Well, we had a good one today because they called me up and they said, you have about 20 minutes to go over it? I said, yeah, sure. So we're starting to go over and she starts talking to me and asked me what happened. I told her what happened. She goes, well, you have a 500 deductible. I said, no, I don't. I don't have a deductible. She goes, yes, your homeowners has a deductible. I said, it's my personal articles policy. It's not the homeowner's policy. And she says, well, we don't see a personal articles policy. I said, well, let me give you the number. And she says, well, you must have filed it wrong. I said, no, I filed it under what it told me to file. Well, you're gonna have to get with your agent and the agent's gonna have to call us and change it and all of this to verify it. I said, you reading it right now, right? She says, yeah. I said, okay, why can't you change it? She says, well, we have to get it verified through the agent. So I said, okay. Call the agent and said, what are you talking about? They're supposed to do that. So I called back the adjuster and the adjuster got on the phone and I said, okay, we got an issue. It's supposed to be a personal article. It doesn't let you put the policy number in. It just picks up home, property, or accident. That's what it says. I put in the description the policy number, but y'all pulled it under my other one. And she goes, oh yeah, I see the problem. She goes, I can fix it. She says, it'll take about a day for it to propagate through and somebody will call you sometime tomorrow. So I said, okay, that just tells me never to go online again, just to go call the agent, So, but it's just gonna hold up a day. But she said, you have a 500 duck buzzer? No, I don't. It's gonna be all right. It's just,
Oh, good.
and I got back in the saddle today.
Oh, you
I
went back
flew the
flying
Avata
today?
OG. Yeah, I flew the Avata OG, the worst drone ever.
Original OG, huh?
Yeah. And I flew it over water just to make sure I got back on the saddle right.
Sunstar, Dominic.
Hey, Dominic.
Hey, Mark, how's it going?
Hi, Paul. Joe.
Mark,
Dominic has
Justin.
joined us. Yep.
Sunstar, Tim,
Mhm.
Sarah,
in there.
smile. Who else is in there?
Jackson Gaming, he's changed his too.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll be here. People, if you stream it, they will come.
Mhm.
It's the field of dreams. If you stream
Yeah.
it, they will come.
Oh, it feels cold tonight, even though it's 18 degrees in my front room. It still feels cold.
Oh, okay.
Well, Dominic, my crash video, where's it at?
Yeah,
229 views in one day.
yeah.
Okay. In a day and a half, actually. Picked up 17 subs and put me over 2K.
Yes. Well done.
That's all it counts. And I've actually
Mhm.
got 3 phone calls from people in the community calling me to tell me how wishing me condolences.
Mm.
And I'm getting emails like that all the time.
It's 12 degrees and it'll get down to at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, Joe, did you see your buddy Hunter got found guilty, all charges?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up just now. My buddy,
Did
guilty of all charges, facing up to, they're saying 25, but they said 35 too, years.
Hmm.
But he's not gonna stay a day in jail. They're gonna
Good
either let him
evening,
go
Donald.
or be pardoned.
Are you talking about Hunter Biden?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
Okay. When Trump was found guilty, I thought the best move for Biden would have been to come out and pardon him. Just say, you know
I
what?
agree.
And he can't do it because it's a state thing, yeah, but he could have made calls to the
Stop.
governor
You can fix it.
and
Governor can
handle it
pardon.
at the state level. He could have said, I'm going to work with the state government to stop this. Now, I think the best move for Trump is to come out and say, if elected, I'm going to pardon Hunter Biden.
Yeah, you got a point, but
It'd be hilarious. Say, you know what, Joe? As a favor to you, when I'm elected, I'm gonna pardon your son.
Yeah.
Oh,
That'd be brilliant.
all I'm saying is this. I actually think that would hurt him more for saying that.
I do too.
I
Because
do
his
think it would.
hardcore supporters do not want anything to do with the Bidens. Nationwide.
Which I agree, that would be a good thing to do, but
I
what
think
got
I
me,
think it would help him. I think people would think it was hilarious.
It'd be a
Yeah, I
very
think it'd be-
interesting move, I reckon.
it would be.
And a lot of people don't like that question being on the forums anyway. The hardcore 2A people don't like that question because it involves self-incrimination.
Yep.
Hi, Brian.
Dang, this is slow. I'm stitching together a 360 video.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Mm.
Deal with the fusion. I keep on looking at that X4.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
You've got one-
What kind
Yeah.
of money is it now?
Do what?
How much is the X4?
Like $500, something like that. 400, $500.
You've got the devil on one shoulder.
But
and an
I
angel
don't
on the
see
other telling you what to do.
Yeah, but my angel is very practical. The angel on my
Yeah.
shoulder says, "Hey, that fusion still works. It doesn't put out the greatest video, but that's okay. It still works for making a 360 video." It's like, yeah, but have you seen the X4? Yeah, but why spend the money on it? You're not going to use it very often. I mean, even if you used it often, who's going to look at it? I mean, don't worry about it.
Yep.
I may do, because I put it on the top bar of the dune buggy. I just want to see what it looks like in that position. Nice. Out in the summer, I might go ahead and start doing a periodic drive
Mm.
with the buggy.
If it's a nice day, then
So you got it all the way you want it now?
Oh, no. The buggy is a forever project. It's drivable, though.
Okay.
I got it out and I got it up to 60 on the highway earlier just to see how it's going. And advancing the timing, I only advanced the timing like a couple degrees, but it got rid of the flat spot on acceleration at higher speeds.
looks good. Oh, as long as you drove it up, took it up to that speed, gave it a good shakedown, and then came back home, and everything's all in one piece, then that's a good.
So far,
Okay.
everything's still in one piece.
Well,
Yes.
but you didn't have any shaking or anything going on or anything?
Nothing more than it usually does. I mean, it's uh, what year was it? It's 63
63
chassis.
BW?
So it's going to be pretty janky regardless.
Okay.
I mean, it's what would that be? 60, almost 70 years old, right?
Yep. 63 is 27, 40, 41, 51. 27 and 24. 37 and
61.
24.
60
Yeah.
years old.
So it's
From
a little
six-
rough.
6 to 12. 60 years old.
Yeah, 60. And small change.
Yeah, 60
Yeah.
years and a few months. Or a year.
So it gets a little bit janky, and also a lot of the weight is gone off of it from when it was a buggy. So that front end bounces a little bit at higher speeds because it doesn't have the weight in front. And it's also a shorter wheelbase. That makes it a little more of a rough go. But overall, it's running. It's getting where I want it to go. So
It's a 60p chassis. You actually know when it was converted.
Kind of keeps you on your toes, doesn't it?
I don't know when it was converted, but when I bought it, it had a 69 engine in it, and it was the late 60s, like 68, 69 were the only 2 years I believe they made that body, that Safari Trail body. So it would have had to be late 60s, early 70s when it was put together. I would assume.
Yeah, I could have figured that out a lot faster because my brother's 60. He was born in 63. I just, I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Jonathan Jackson.
Hi, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Yeah. Like my sister hits 60 in a month's time.
Oh, okay. Yep. Your background, Mark, it said, what piece did you play with on Monopoly?
Yeah.
Shoe. Always the shoe.
I always took the dog.
I like the shoe because it was heavier.
Oh, okay.
You could throw it at people, it'd hurt more.
Well, no, but usually we were playing either on a carpet or a lot. My brother and I spent a lot of summer times in a pop-up camper beside my parents' house, and that was basically where we lived every summer when we were able to get it popped up.
Yep.
School was out, we were just out there, and so it was a little more stable if the board got jostled.
Yeah, board games don't get used that often these days. Everybody seems to use the online version of it.
Yeah.
We still pull out our board games. We have game night, Scrabble, and we don't have a Monopoly board in the house.
Yeah, it's more of an exception than
I've
a
got
rule.
this Star Trek version of Monopoly.
I don't have any Monopoly. I've got Star Trek version of chess. I got the Tri Chess. It's in the closet
Mm.
back there.
Yeah.
I've got Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
I have a game of Risk that has only been played once.
Mm.
Because my son had heard about it, and I'm like, yeah, we can get it. Because I played it, and it was such a long game. He's like, never again.
Yeah. It's a long
Mm.
game. I think I played it once. I think we didn't even finish. We just quit.
Well, Risk is one of those games that you can set up and play it off and on for a week, as long as you have a place to keep it set up.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I guess any game you can play off and on for a week, can't you?
Yeah. Especially if you
Yeah.
had a games room or something like that,
Yeah.
where you could just have it set up and
All right, we're gonna play Monopoly, but we're only gonna do one roll a night.
that'd be fun.
Finish in 3 years.
Mm. An interesting move.
And we got out the Rummy Cube just the other night and played that.
Mm.
It's a tile game, but it's played kind of like Rummy, but
Yeah.
with tiles.
Mhm.
It's fun.
Mm. Yep. An old-fashioned charm board games. Unfortunately, seems to be something of a past era.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a shame, but
I don't think
life
that
does go on.
there's a ton of games. I mean, look at Catan. There are people who have board game nights. They do that. And younger people too.
Understandably, but you just don't see it as often these days.
That's true. You don't see commercials very often for
Yeah.
a board game. Like when
Yeah.
we were younger, you'd see board game or commercials for board games.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Mousetrap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mousetrap was fun.
Just something, as I said,
I don't
it's
think.
more of an exception than a rule now.
No, I don't. I haven't got what's it? The Scrabble.
Last time we
What we-
played Scrabble, I let the rest of them. I said I'll only play with 5 letters,
Mhm.
and I still beat them by. I think I had to score twice as much as the nearest person to me.
Hello, Sarah. Hope you're feeling well.
Mhm.
Hey, Sarah.
Sarah was first.
Yeah.
She was the first to comment. I was in.
Yeah. Sarah
It's only
deserves
the
to be
first to
first all the
comment
time.
wins.
Look who she's got to put up with. She deserves to be first.
Yeah.
She's always quick to defend Justin, so he can't be all bad. He must be doing something right.
Now, she's
Yeah.
probably agreeing here.
I'll get well soon then. I know what it feels like.
Now we used to not play board games as much as we used to have card games.
Oh yeah, card games is really
Yeah.
fun.
We'd have running card games I think it was Tuesday night, and we'd sit there and everybody brought out their jar of nickels and pennies, and we'd play. And the highest hand in a month won a pot that we put a nickel in. We had to put, I think we put a nickel in every pot, and so a nickel had to come out of every pot to go in there. And it used to be pretty. I mean, this was back in the 70s, and we used to have monthly pots of about $50-$60, you know.
Yeah.
That's how much we played, you know. And be fighting these things. and they would be mad as hell at me when I pull 4 of a kind late in the month. They were saying, "Put the cards on the table. We don't want to see you deal them except from on the table." I said, "I'm dealing them right here."
Most of my card games were played in the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a magician that lived next door, and he taught me how to shuffle cards and pull them from different places. And they made me put it on the table the last couple of weeks of the month, so I wouldn't pick up the cards anymore.
Laura.
They said, "We know you're pulling them from somewhere." Pulling them from anywhere. That's right here. You know, jeez.
I
So
know
it's
I've
not
got,
my fault. There's always 4 aces on the bottom of the deck.
I've got yeah,
You know?
Yahtzee was good. I
Yeah.
played.
Yahtzee was fun.
We actually played that, sat on the floor in Manchester Airport, me and my mates, when we were going skiing and having to wait for the plane. And we're in our late 20s then.
Mm. Yeah.
Damn it.
Card games were played in coffee shops with people of European origin, and you'd be sitting there, and everybody be having their little demitasse of espresso coffee, and you'd be sitting there just playing cards and shuffling cards. You don't, as I said, you don't see that often anymore. It's the same
No.
as darts. You don't see it that often anymore here.
You see it
Used to
all
be,
over the place here. Every pub has at least one darts team.
The lodge has a weekly darts tournament.
Oh, we have them here, yes, but it used to be every pub. Now it's
Yeah.
about one in every 10 pubs.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know?
admit, not every pub has a darts team anymore, but
Yeah,
most of them do.
you'd have that. It'd be Thursday night darts.
I mean, we
Yeah,
had at least 3 darts leagues in this area
As I
because
said,
we
now,
had you had darts on Tuesdays and Thursdays normally for men, and Wednesdays for women.
yeah.
There you go.
Now they've all turned. Now all the pubs we have are all hipsters.
Yeah, there's only some of our pubs are like that, but you
I'd say
still
90%
got
of our pubs are now.
we've still got pubs where, like, every Friday you get a load of blokes going in and playing cards and dominoes for money, play crib, crash, and
Yeah,
5 threes.
it's a rarity now. Go back 20 years and there was one famous pub in our town, or in Melbourne, in the actual central business district of Melbourne. There used to be one that every Friday there'd be a pool. It'd be a pool tournament. It would be and a darts tournament, and then that seemed to that disappeared. Place was bulldozed, and it's now a 35-story apartment block. Yeah. Yeah, life goes on. And here's David.
Hi, David.
Anybody heard about birds?
Yeah.
David.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So what's new?
What else now? Right. Go ahead, Dominic. Sing it. What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Oh, please don't. Oh, please don't.
No, I'm not singing.
loads of cats have just come running out from all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, Laura's got a new Apple Watch.
Oh, good to hear.
And no. Turns out not to be so new. It's actually stolen.
Oh, no.
She's going to have to take it back to the shop because she tried to connect it to her phone and it says, "This watch is stolen." And it's like, oh dear.
Gonna get a knock on the door.
Well, surely they must have seen that when they tried it.
You'd have thought so. But
Mm.
it's going back tomorrow morning. And I started a new anger management course today.
Oh, okay.
Fucking idiots. He hates them.
Yeah, but it went off quite well. There was supposed to be 10 of us. 5 turned up. 1 left before it kicked off. And then 1 left partway through because he didn't
He got mad.
like the attitude of the people that are leading the course. Yeah, because they weren't doing what he wanted them to do. They was like, no, you've got to follow the line of it. So today was about understanding anger, apparently. But this guy was too angry enough not to understand that and decided it's time to go. And then this other guy, that left 3 of us, this other guy, Dan his name is, was storming out this guy that was taking the notes for whatever reason. He was staring him out and then threatened to kill him. It's like, well, this anger management's going very well.
Yeah.
That sounds like a wild place.
Guys and the people, right?
Yeah. So next week we're down to 2. Me and this girl.
So apparently they were in the right place, right?
In the right place, but maybe the wrong department.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
This was like when I went to
Well,
a few years ago. They sent me on a course to deal with, voices and suicidal thoughts and stuff. And they started going around the room. It started off on one side, and I'm at the other end. And it's like, I get voices. They tell me to go shopping. That's nice. I get voices. They tell me to clean up. Yeah, maybe your house is dirty and your voices are telling you. And then it was like, I hear voices telling me to drink. Alcoholics Anonymous next door. Yeah, and it was getting round, and they were just getting more and more and more ridiculous. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm here because I get voices telling me to hurt myself, physically hurt myself. Yeah. And all these people are talking about superficial things. My voice tells me to buy shoes. We'll stop buying shoes.
I hear voices that tell me to listen to the voices.
Yeah. I hear voices telling me the other voice is talking about me behind my back. So I just gave up on that one. I was like, right, I'm off. I'm out of here.
Lance, how you doing?
Not dealing with that. So, yeah, I don't know what these courses are about.
Lance? Where's he at?
Hey, Lance.
How's he, Lance?
No, Lance.
Not in mine. Yeah, he's way back there. See him.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, the long shot is it was a boring day. And as you can tell how boring it was, Dominic actually left halfway through that. He was the one that started it.
Yeah.
Evening, Justin.
He may not be there.
Yeah, it's always the Saturn ones you got to watch for, apparently.
He was somewhere before, but I think him and Tim are talking.
Okay, this don't make sense.
If you all listen carefully, you may hear about 5-10 minutes time the voice of reason coming out the bathroom shouting, "Oh, fuck it," because Laura's doing another hair dye.
Oh Lord,
She's gone. She's gone from yellow, the blonde. She went blonde and pink and purple and blue, and then she started letting it go back to brown. Now she's going red.
Bald.
Oh,
Yeah, it might be.
that's the
Um,
easiest,
I've got the shaver ready, just in case.
and you always get right.
I've got a feeling it's going to go bad. Because it's very quiet in there at the moment.
Okay, I'm getting a code. I don't know what this is. It's saying battery capacity. Let me get it. It's blinking. Not updated for EXT, and I can't see the rest of it.
Can't you zoom in?
No, you can't. It's in the goggles. It's on
Is
the
it virtual?
original
Turn your
Avata.
head.
Nope, nope. Because I was flying and it had that on there.
I'm reading.
I don't understand. I don't understand what it means.
You can't see sarcasm while he has the goggles on, Donald.
It says battery capacity not updated for EXT period. And it doesn't, it does not give me the whole thing.
Hey, back in a minute.
All right, now you want to scroll down where it says dumbass.
Yeah, right. Let's see. What's up, man? Battery serial number.
Try looking it up in the manual.
All right, what does that code say again? I'll look it up and see if I can. find
All it says is, it says battery capacity not updated for is an EXT. I'm gonna have to go on the computer and do it. Because that'll probably give me the rest of it, you know what I mean? And it's the Avata, the original Avata.
It'll be in the manual somewhere.
Yeah. And it's not letting me upgrade the what you call it.
Okay,
It says
so
everything's up to date.
it's saying that update, it's saying that code, from I can gather here,
Yeah.
is if your battery is lower than 50%, it's not gonna allow any updates.
I can't come that way because they were saying.
And then
Yeah.
it gives you,
Well-
apparently gives you that error if your battery's under 50%.
Well, my battery was at
But in the
100%
dark,
at the time.
Huh.
Right now, my battery is at 64%.
That's just the delay.
Confirm your battery's at least 75%
I still
or
see.
higher, updating the
What
firmware.
What does it actually say?
Oh,
Yeah,
see
it's
it,
saying to
yeah.
have it at least at 75% or higher.
Yeah, but when I started flying it, I was at 90%. I'm wondering if it's just a code to tell me I can't update anything without it. I don't ever remember seeing that.
What are the actual extra words that the ... means?
Tom.
What comes after EXT,
Yeah, Justin, what's it say, Justin?
which is possibly external from that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why the Avata 2 is so much better.
It just keeps saying, make sure your battery's above 75%. That's all it's saying every time I put
Well,
that
it's
in.
under 75 now, but like I said, when I started flying it, I was at 100%.
Oh, hold on.
And I got it right off the bat.
I checked my Vada. It is updated to the latest firmware. I'm getting since last week an error message on
Says
two of
watch
my
out for that
batteries.
tree.
Battery capacity not updated for extended period. My
Okay.
Vada is 1 year old. How to fix the issue? It seems okay. Hi there. Thank you for reaching out. We're sorry for the trouble. Please discharge the batteries to less than 10% and let the battery sit for 1 hour, then fully charge and let it sit for 1 more hour. Check if the prompt still exists. Please insert the battery into the aircraft and refresh the aircraft firmware again via DJI Assist 2.
Wow.
This is on the DJI forum.
Okay. Battery is
So
this.
apparently, yeah, somebody's saying that they had that same issue. They literally wrote
Well,
out
it
the
didn't-
same problem.
This is battery 1, so. But the other batteries, They didn't give me any issue, and I didn't give me the same code. Let me look at this one.
Hey,
Put
Steve.
this one in and
Carpenter.
see.
Hey, Steve.
I see.
Yeah, it seems like majority of the people in this forum are all saying let your batteries discharge lower than 10%, let them sit for an hour, then charge them up. Once you take them off the charger, let them sit for another hour and then put it back in and try it and see if the problem still persists. But then they don't really say what to do after that, so if it doesn't work. So apparently that might be something that's actually worked every time. Nobody's
Yeah,
had
I'm
it not
gonna
work
see.
on them.
That's probably what it is. But I haven't flown the Avata in so long.
I'll put this. I'll send you the link to that forum.
Yeah, I'm getting it again with the other battery at 96%. You know what it must be? Must be because it must be something new in an update.
It's either
So what
that
I'm
or
gonna have to do is make sure I get this thing. I'll just, when I fly it, I'll get it down low and let them sit for a little while.
yeah, it could be that you've not run them low enough to make it so that it doesn't create a memory.
Yeah, 'cause I'm at 96% on this one.
Oh, they're not
I
supposed
just
to.
wanted to make sure it wasn't gonna tell me that I was gonna be 2 minutes into the flight and the batteries are gonna die. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I sent you the link in Messenger for that forum if you just,
Okay,
if you need
I'll
to
check
like
it out.
reference it or anything.
I want to make sure I'm not flying somewhere and I got 90%
Oh.
battery and all of a sudden it goes land. Boom.
Steve, no, he said it didn't work. Now Jim sent me one in the email and I tested his on my channel and it worked fine. It looked okay. I forwarded that to Tim. So,
So, Dominic, did you
Thanks,
enjoy
Dave.
the description of my day?
No, it was terrible.
No, he left halfway through.
Yeah.
yeah, so he's just making the banner for his channel. Is what he was trying to do. Like a gaming type channel banner.
How did yours work
Yeah,
that I made for you, Justin?
I didn't use it as a banner, I used it as a logo there. Here, I'll show you, because it wasn't really designed to be a banner. It was more of a picture. That's the problem we're running into with Tim's. Is all the photos that Corey made for him weren't really originally designed to be stretched out like a banner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't, see, the thing is with the banners, the weird size that YouTube gives you, you
Yeah.
almost need to build them from scratch. Trying to take a
Yeah.
already made photo and trying to stretch it out to that, it just doesn't work well. And that's where he was running into issues.
The way to do it
Yep.
is to create,
2500 or 2560 by 1440.
Yeah.
create
So this is the banner that I
in
used, but that's the
Photoshop
logo David made.
and then
No,
insert
That's
Thanks,
YouTube.
the
No,
chat.
that's chat.
layer
Oh, for fuck's
within
sake.
that.
The chat, not the banner.
That was a chat, man. What's the matter? You new at this?
So this is
Yeah.
what he's trying to make,
Rookie
Jonathan,
mistake.
something like that.
Actually, it
But
looks
he
quite
has,
good as the logo.
Okay.
yeah, I like it.
Do you have the banner that he's trying to use?
Yeah, I told him to get up with you yesterday. I said, you need to get up with like Donald or somebody that knows how
Yeah.
to
Is he
like,
in
use
is he
those
in chat?
programs.
He,
I
yeah,
don't
he
know
just
if he
needs to
is, but
know the
I have
dimension.
I have the photo that he has. I can
Sit.
send it to you.
Yeah,
It
send it
was
to me.
video.
Yeah, let me pull up Facebook and I'll send
Yeah,
it
he
to you.
just needs to know the dimension.
Because
to fit
I'm
it in,
not
because
with
everybody's a
all
little bit
the,
different.
I know the exact dimensions that YouTube wants, that YouTube requires. It's in the
Yeah.
YouTube studio. It
All
tells
you
you.
need to make the
Yeah.
background the right dimension and then insert the
So,
the thing you want putting in as a layer
Yeah.
on top of it.
Here, where's
You can make you can make a
where's
white
my-
background, make a smart
There it is
project.
right there. I've got
That's
a
it.
preset
Look how good.
on my iPad in my art program on the iPad to just size things correctly.
Hey Don, you just like me. I got a bunch of them all set up.
Mhm.
To all I gotta do is pull a smart object. Just pull a
I need
picture
to
in.
drop it in there and just start, make sure that your text is matching up to the safe zones for the
Mhm.
Yeah.
logo and text.
Okay, so let me forward you the one that he. God damn it! Back up.
Well, Justin's looking for that.
Mhm.
I have learned one thing today. One important thing that's going to last forever with me. I've
Making a
worked
face,
out,
Dominic. She scratched you.
Yeah.
I've worked out how to
Biting my
stop
hand.
Laura shopping for clothes.
Oh, okay.
Is
You
she
just-
a clothes horse?
No, you just have to break wind very loudly.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
In the shop.
So
Yeah,
Let's go.
she.
YouTube recommends 2048 by 1152, Donald. That's what they recommend in the studio for the banner.
Have they changed it then?
That's what
Today.
it says. It says for best results on all devices, use an image that is at least 2048 by 1152.
Oh, Jonathan.
And
Oh, that
6
is at least.
megabytes or less.
Least.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it. She was like, right, we've got to go. I'm not coming shopping with you ever again. I was like, cool. Oh,
Yeah, you've done well then.
Okay.
your only downside was everybody else was turning green.
Is the I guess the 1444 is supposed to be there?
No, for some reason the AI put that random ass number in there and we don't know why. So he wanted that gone, and that was the other issue we were running into. Trying to get rid of that. Crop that out, I guess, or erase it if you got it, the option to do that in your programs.
I'm gonna, instead of doing it on Procreate, I'm gonna throw it over to Photoshop.
As the
Yeah. I told Tim,
and the Jackson.
Tim was like, "Oh, we gotta." He wanted me to pull up Premiere and do it with him and everything. I was like, I don't know how to use any of that.
He's not using the Marvel Jackson's gaming then.
If he's using if they sent the picture to him that had the 1442, I think that had the S missing off Jackson.
No, I corrected it.
Yeah, no, but that was after the 1442 had been taken off, wasn't it?
No, I corrected it and sent it to Steve, and Steve played around with it.
Oh, send Donald that one. The I forgot about that one. The one that you did that he liked with the Marvel looking characters. Forward that one to Donald. I forgot you guys changed. He changed which one he wanted to use. I sent Donald the other one. But I told Tim, I was like, I don't know how to use
on
or
before
anything
you
like
do
that.
too much.
Do what?
Hang on, he sent you the wrong one.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, I forgot that they changed it yesterday, but I'm using this.
David's sending you the right one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I told Tim yesterday, I said, I don't know how to do any of those editing programs. That's not my thing. I was never into editing. AI is definitely going to be for people like me that don't like doing shit like that.
Sent it, Donald.
It just
Got it.
hasn't
Okay,
been
I got it.
You
refined
received
enough
it, Donald.
Got it.
Ding. Ding.
And see, the problem is AI, you can't tell it to put it in a specific format. It
Yeah.
doesn't like it. It only wants to do it in one specific format,
Yep.
like kind of
So
like
we're
a
gonna-
16:9 type photo.
Yeah, we're
It
gonna
wants
have
everything
to
is
make some
1-to-1.
changes.
Yeah, it wants to put it in more of a square format, and then if you tell the AI, hey, I want it in this, format, it will say nope. And I know me and Corey tried multiple different AIs and they all wouldn't do it. None of them would. We tried Copilot, he tried Meta on Facebook.
I've never used Meta.
It's not bad. Meta's pretty good at the photos. They're not too bad. Corey was playing
I'll
around
try
with it
it
the other
then.
night.
Okay. Let's go ahead and kill that.
I mean, it is Facebook at the end of the day. Facebook sucks,
Yeah.
but. But no, it seemed to be okay with the photos. I mean, but like I said, the problem is AI still has an issue with freaking just basic grammar.
Yeah.
Like the other day, we put in Jackson Gaming and it put Jackson Gaming. So it put Jackson Gaming.
Yeah, we're the one last night that said Jack on or something.
Jack on.
All right.
Yeah,
who-
one of them said Jack on Gaming, and I read it wrong the other night, and I thought it said Jack off Gaming. I was like, what the fuck is AI doing?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that one from Steve. That's just stretched, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, Tim said it
Okay.
didn't look good once he uploaded it.
All right.
Now,
we're gonna-
Jim did something in Adobe, and his kind of came out okay, but when I uploaded it to my YouTube, it fit in there fine. It just looked a little blurry. You know what I'm saying?
Huh?
Like you could tell that.
I'm guessing
fucked
he
with the
scaled it.
image.
Yeah.
I don't know
Mhm.
how he did it, but yeah, he's got Adobe. I know that.
Mhm.
But it just looked a little blurry, which kind of made it not look the best, but it was definitely better than all the other ones we tried to upload to Tim's page. Because it actually fit, but. That's what I told Tim yesterday. I said, you got to get up with somebody like Donald or somebody. I said, I don't know how to do any of that shit. So you're asking the wrong person. And plus, I don't have any paid programs anyway. I mean, I could download DaVinci for free, but I don't know enough about it to know how to do it in DaVinci. So
Well, DaVinci's nearly all video, not photo, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
wouldn't help you.
Mainly.
Okay. Select. Modify.
even if it
expand.
was, I wouldn't know
Let's
how to do it because I've never
let's
messed
try
with it enough.
10. See how that looks. That was almost perfect. Man, I'm good. All right. Let's see.
I don't think there are all that many free photo ones, to be honest, anymore.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you
think
have
Tim-
GIMP.
Don't call Tim
Yeah.
again.
You got what?
Tries.
GIMP.
GIMP.
Yeah. GIMP.
Not seen that one. I'll have to have a look.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
that's
alright.
that's been open source forever as a quick Photoshop replacement. And then if you have like an iPad or something, I love Procreate on the iPad.
I'm glad you finished
All
that.
right. Because I
I
did
was reaching for the clip.
Photoshop course. Mind you, that was a few years ago. Like about
I somewhere have the CS6.
The fact you put a break in there, Joel, a bit of it. Clever
Yeah.
clip in there would work.
That's enough. It's enough break.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, see, I
gotta
don't know
tell-
what you sent him, Steve.
3.
And
Well-
like I said, I don't know exactly if Tim knows how to read the boxes when you upload it, and it gives you the different frames. Because and I'm not saying it to be an ass, I'm just saying I don't know if he understands that the different frame boxes shows you what it looks like on different devices.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
he might,
I'm gonna
you know,
I'm gonna cut out the Jackson's Gaming as a separate element. I'm going to
Yeah. But it's a separate
do
layer.
some generative fill to expand out
Mm.
the background for TV sets. I'm going to drop the main subjects down to that center banner area.
You see, this is where you differentiate from hobbyist and professionalism.
I think
Because
Tim
me
should
and
send you
Steve were just pissing around, just stretching and screwing and pissing around.
Yeah.
Donald,
see,
however,
Donald-
he's taking
Donald
bits
went all
out
pro.
and moving it around.
Yeah, see, Donald went all pro, so I think Tim should send him a gift card for some proper ramen,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, proper ramen.
Yeah,
Donald's favorite
Justin,
ramen
you
spot.
son of a bitch.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know what you sent him, Steve. I didn't actually see what it looked like, so I don't know. Like I said, yeah, and the thing is too, is like, if Donald wants to, he can always upload it to his own channel just to test it too in his studio, and it will show him how it looks. And then he'll be able to see what it looks like on each device too, because it gives you those 3 different frames, box frames. That shows
Yeah,
you this is on a tablet, this is on a phone, this is on all
This is on
devices.
TV.
Yeah.
Okay. So that has that removed. Where is my?
What? Why does it go for TV and not computer?
I think tablet and computer are one, and then mobile devices is another one. I think TV.
Yeah,
is
it has.
I think
Yeah, it
that's
has.
how they
It has
do it, yeah.
TV, desktop, Max, tablet, then desktop, mini, or mobile.
Yeah,
Mm.
and you'll see different portions of it, but if you do a banner correctly and you edit correctly and everything like Donald's doing right now, how he's refining it, it will look good no matter what device you look on it. You know,
Right.
you're not going to have pieces of it cut off or anything. It's going to look
Right.
good.
Well, the fact that he's splitting it up into all different layers means he can size each one individually anyway.
No, you can only upload the one image, but it allows you to say the Jackson Gaming. Make sure that's going to show on all devices. Then make
Yeah.
sure all the subjects
Yeah,
are
basically
showing on all the
center
devices.
everything.
And then going out to TV, I'm going to do a generative fill just to clear out the screen to fill out that area,
Yeah.
but make it look like it is
Yeah, it's all
part of it.
background.
Okay, I was just saying, Tim, I didn't know because you never really did a whole lot with your channel, so I wasn't sure if you knew how to read those boxes or not. But
Oh,
don't worry,
Tim's in here.
Donald is refining it now and doing a really pro job on it for you, so. don't worry about it.
Unless he doesn't want me to, I'll leave it alone if he doesn't want me to touch it.
No, for love of God, please do it.
I don't want to overstep.
You're not overstepping anything.
It's just us.
Let's put
Donald,
that
you
in
talk
there, and we're
between
gonna
you and
drop
Tim
it.
because Justin's staring it.
To be honest, you were the first person I recommended he get a hold of. I said it like 4 times yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
I think there's probably only one person that would be able to do it better than Don. And that would be
now
Cur-
you're steering the
that-
pot.
No, that would be Curtis.
Oh, no.
Curtis is
Steve.
good.
I think Donald's got this. I got faith in Donald.
Yeah, I've got faith in Donald.
Oh, I have
See,
as
Donald's one of those people that he wouldn't take on something if he didn't think he could do it. He was very confident when he took this on.
Do you want any toilet roll for that tongue, Justin?
well.
So, here's the thing. I'm looking at this, and the main character has that blue circle in the center of his chest. I mean,
Uh-huh.
how much of that can I make look like a penis?
Yeah.
And there it is. There it is.
And there it is.
Well, if you put a
I would
crucifix
do it.
bit and then IHS on it,
Nobody thinks you're dumb, Tim. I don't even know how to do that shit. Nobody said that.
Is Tim mad?
I don't know.
I won't touch it.
I don't know how to do any of that stuff. That's exactly why I said to get up with Donald or somebody, because I don't know how to do any of that shit. Nobody said you were dumb.
Backtracking.
Just
Backtracking,
finish it and I'll send it to him.
Yeah, good point, Dusty. Good point.
Backtracking, Justin.
Some
Keep
people are better at other stuff than others.
Hmm.
Okay,
Tell you right now, I don't
Yeah.
know shit about editing.
okay, listen up. Let me lighten the mood a minute. So I'm gonna show y'all something. Okay, this morning, can y'all see the picture?
Yep.
Where's what picture? Trying to show where'd it go? Hold on.
in a bit
Second.
when YouTube finally catches up on me, tell her.
Yeah.
I
It's-
don't know if he did or
it's
not,
showing-
Steve.
It's just showing it little though, huh? And then it's
Yeah,
gone.
it's showing it like you took a screenshot of it.
There we go. Now
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, y'all know what she looks like.
Hmm.
Okay, so how would you like this morning? She's sitting next to my daughter, and she's sitting on the sofa, and my daughter's sitting there, and Lily's sitting there, and they're eating oatmeal. And my daughter called me up and told me this. Now this, I wasn't there. And my daughter said that she let out some gas. My daughter did, right? Lily did this. She went, "Mama poo poo." When she said that, Brittany said that she had oatmeal coming out her nose. She was laughing so hard.
Never,
But that
never
was
trust a
funny.
weak part.
What was funny
Oh,
about
Tim.
it was that Lily said that to her, called her out, right? Because Lily, they're now starting to train her, potty trainer. So when she did that, she said, "Mama poo poo."
Now Tim ain't mad. Look at him. He said, "I know where the editing tab is."
Okay, I got worried.
I mean that honestly, it's cool to have know some people that know how to do stuff like that because I don't know shit about that stuff. I suck at editing.
You
I'll
don't
tell
know
you that
shit
right
about
now.
anything. What are you talking about?
I'll fuck you up. Keep it up.
You wouldn't have to do that either.
Shut up, Justin. He's been to an anger management course.
Yeah.
Don't make
Now,
him
now
regret.
Justin, when somebody says
You've got a
something like
good point
that
there,
to you,
Dusty.
yeah, you need to just stop, breathe calmly, count to 10, and let it go.
And then hit him.
Man, cut a bitch.
So what kind of ice cream you eating, Paul?
Not eating ice cream.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
blowing my nose.
Oh, okay.
My nose is running like crazy.
Yeah.
You don't want to be eating that stuff.
Allergies.
I sound
Yep.
stuffed up, don't I?
Yeah,
Just a little.
That time of year.
too many Boston creams.
Of the early morning filming ships.
see what this does.
Uh-oh.
You
I
guys
like
got
that.
the channel. I got a ship I can
I
go
like
catch.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got it.
You're good. Go ahead.
Yeah,
We're
we
good.
can.
I'll end it the minute David gets out of line.
Yeah,
All right, I'm
we
gonna
can.
do a couple. I'm gonna do a
we can
couple
take
iterations.
care
I'm
of
gonna
it.
share my screen and let you
Okay.
see a couple different iterations.
Okay.
Can't wait to see this.
Tim, are you
Uh-uh.
still in chat?
I should be. He was there a second ago.
All right, hold on. Just I go checking something real quick. Hold on.
The rage quit.
But only.
No, he came back.
Okay. Let me share screen. Photoshop. Share. Okay.
Ah,
So there
Oh,
is your
wow.
safe. There are your safe zones right there.
yeah.
And so if you notice that horizontal bar there,
Mm.
it really is where you need to keep your logo, your text and stuff. So the square format of your main character doesn't really, to shrink it down to
Want me
fit
to read
in
it
there
out,
would be
Laura?
crazy. So I went ahead and just left it cut off right at the eyes on
Yeah.
that. So we'll go ahead and kill that. There's an option. That one I do not like.
No, it's too busy.
Yep. So I'm gonna kill that one. This one was okay, I thought. This one is interesting. It's a little off balance. I might go back in and manually put something in over here on the left-hand side.
That's where you
This
put
one?
the copyright
Yeah.
button of Donald.
That's symmetrical.
This one is
Oh,
very
wow.
symmetrical. This one's okay.
Don't know, it's a bit crowded to the left.
It's It's crowded,
That
but
one is
still
very noisy.
symmetrical. Yeah, I think that's more symmetrical.
Hmm. This one, it leaves that focus in the center.
Yeah,
Kelsey,
This one, between these two, I
Kelsey.
really prefer something like this. I don't like the blue,
yeah.
Kelsey,
but
Thomas.
I've got to do it after I've done
Uh
that.
so is
Kelsey,
is Tim watching?
Thomas.
I just took the towel.
My bad. I meant to mute my mic. I was calling him for dinner.
Actually, there are some little like lonely bits there. It looks all right.
Put one box on. They did take 2 boxes.
He's not still working, is he?
No, he should be there. He just typed in the chat a minute ago.
What? Tim will be at work. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he should be at work, but he was in the chat a second ago.
Not been on since he put like on that note on out later.
yeah. 20 minutes ago. Yeah,
Laura,
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and trash the one with the blue.
yeah.
There, I don't like it.
I'd agree
I
with
kind
that.
of like this one. It's got a little bit
With
of
the watch.
it's got a little bit of texture on either side. It's not
Yeah.
quite as flat.
Night and the
These are very busy,
and the
Yeah,
fact
it's busy.
that it's willing is behind me.
but it only shows up on TV
Yeah,
as well.
that's symmetrical at least.
Uh-huh.
That's probably the
See,
one you just
no,
showed,
hold
I
on.
reckon.
Go back to the,
Probably
see, that
closest.
one would probably look good because of the kind of the skinny picture on the sides of it with all the
Yeah.
stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know. And honestly, it's
leaning
how
towards
well
that
you feel like it's gonna work.
I think
'cause
I
you're the one
might have
editing it, so.
Dropped the lettering down a little. It's too
Oh.
central. Wants to be.
Unfortunately, okay.
I can-
nice. That's about as low as it'll go. 'Cause if you take
Yep,
it lower, you're gonna start losing.
Well, let's go ahead and just do an option. If I don't want to take that chevron too far down below the safe zones, if I touch it there,
Relax yourself, Dusty.
let's go ahead and
Hey, Justin, you got a tropical wave coming in your way.
and
Safe zone appears to be very high. Is that because it cuts everything off from the bottom?
Yeah.
do what?
I'm just saying the safe zone looks quite high up. Does it cut
That's
more
very
off
center.
the bottom?
Nope, that's symmetrical. It's
Is it?
same on top and same on bottom.
All right. It just looks like there's more
Well-
underneath it than on top of it on there.
Well, the thing is Donald, if Donald's doing this for him, Donald's gotta do it the way it's actually gonna work and look good. And then give Tim the options and Tim's just gonna have to pick one because, I mean,
I kind of
he can only do so much with it.
this has the Jackson's Gaming
Damn.
much higher.
God bless you.
I'm not opposed to it being a smaller icon. It's still very legible.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact that it does
Yeah.
not have a apostrophe.
Pretty good.
That was what they were talking about
that was-
yesterday.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
So I might throw an apostrophe in there.
Yeah, but then it won't match his channel name.
Oh, okay.
It's Jackson Gaming. isn't
Is it just
Jackson.
Jackson or is it Jackson's?
No, it's Jackson.
It's in the chat.
an
here,
X.
hold on. Yeah, it's with an X,
Yeah.
but he didn't put the apostrophe,
Yeah,
so
bitch.
that's up to him just to fix that.
Okay, so if it's Jackson's Gaming without an apostrophe, we'll leave it that. Okay, that's good. In that case, I kind of like the logo, the text on the logo being slightly smaller.
Mhm.
Because I don't know that having it bigger really.
Smaller, you see the background a little bit better.
Oh, don't grass me up. You're asking what that means, Jonathan?
Yeah, bring it
Yeah.
down one.
I
You just
couldn't tell.
need to tell on someone.
I couldn't tell before. Has it been
I would
set?
say one size slightly bigger because
Yeah,
it looks off with its shoulders.
yeah, it's off with the shoulder, it's not centered on him.
Is the writing set to have the outer lettering
Hold on just a second.
bigger than the central lettering? Sort of like curved.
Okay, let me shift.
You shift the background.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
But first I need to decide on which background I want to go ahead and keep here.
Tim has friends that love him. We'll sit here and do this for him.
Yep.
Even after he gave Donald shit about the ramen.
I'm getting rid of that one, and I'm getting rid of this one.
Give her down.
Well, let me look. Yeah, we're getting rid of that one. And it comes down between these two. I kind of like having the light. It gives you a contrast between the bottom and the top. There's a little more interest there.
Mm.
This
thing
you
I don't
have
like
more
about that
detail in the
one-
background. It looks more like a cityscape in the background.
Mm. That's what I thought.
Is interesting.
Yeah, I think the character is slightly off center.
It is. We're gonna fix that in a minute.
That one looks better.
I like this one. I think
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I'm going as well.
this one. I like the flames and stuff because it looks like just total carnage. But I kind of
Yeah,
like
the-
the.
Yeah,
The
that's
flames look-
symmetrical at least.
Yeah, the flames looks good, but then you got the guys on one side and the other side is kind of,
Yeah,
That guy right
burned
there.
out. and nothing on that side.
it's too busy because
Right.
of that one.
We're going with that one. Let's go ahead and.
No,
Live editing show.
Yeah.
All right, now the logo looks like it's symmetrical, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully Matt's watching it and learn something.
Yeah.
Not his software. It won't be interested.
Well, it's because it's much more advanced and that's why I never used it.
Okay.
Hi, Frank.
Oh. He said he can't. It's hectic work. Cheers. I appreciate you, and no, it don't offend me. So, haha.
Now, there's a good
Let's
sense
see.
that I own copyright to this. So, what are you doing?
Yeah. Must admit, Tim's been offended by far worse before. So this is, he's thick-skinned about being offended now.
And just so Tim's aware, that's a joke. Tim, I give you full copyright permission on
Yeah.
everything of it. It's yours.
Yeah, I apologize for anything.
Okay. So,
I apologize for anything but nothing.
yep, we're gonna leave that there. Now that we've done that, what kind of fun stuff we want to put in here?
Shit, my chat froze. up.
Boobies!
We can put a skyscraper dildo on either side. I'll make it symmetrical.
There you go.
Yeah.
You got to put something in the bottom left-hand corner or one of the corners.
Yeah, it's Marvel Comics, so rocket ships would go down well. Pointing upwards.
Well, he might want to do something different, and so we don't want to lock it into.
What about the Fortnite llama? Pack it in, Laura.
I think we might just call this it.
Yeah.
It has enough interest for the where is my
Yeah. Not too much wasted space.
so
What's up, Doug? You want to go out?
Yeah, fine.
Getting up. No, she's heading towards the kitchen.
Well,
It's not
that
going,
kind
so
of shows you what it's going to look like.
You've ate everything.
what's wrong?
Now that I've shrunk him down a little bit, I might drop the main character a little bit so you see a little more of his head. Yeah, I'm going to. See? And then I'm going to keep on tweaking and keep on tweaking when far past when I should have just said, okay, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I went into perfectionist mode.
Perfection mode activated.
Yeah, it just goes to show you your skills.
Mm.
You don't give just a
Okay.
basic ass product.
Stop.
Oh.
Well, Donald. No, this one's for Tim, and you've probably done it for nothing. But this may be your calling gear.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah,
YouTube
advertise
banners,
YouTube banners.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a lot of companies out there that sell YouTube banners where you pay like $5-10 a banner on their
Really?
I
website.
see a lot of them on
Yeah.
Fiverr.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
do you get to see actually producing it right there in front of you?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's
No,
what
I
I'm
wouldn't.
saying.
I wouldn't let anybody watch me produce, except for I'm just doing it for you guys because I'm not really doing anything.
No, there's
But
websites.
I don't let
for
people watch
YouTube.
me work.
No, there's websites for YouTube that sell banners and logos, and you can have them custom made. Tell them what you want, and then they'll make them for you.
So let's go ahead and save this.
I'll tell you, a banner does really make your page pop, though, because without it, it just really looks.
We're gonna click
bland.
export. No, we're gonna export as because you probably need a JPEG to get it down to the correct size.
It said
2560
thing.
by 1440, correct?
and it said something about try to do it at 6 megabytes.
I think he
something?
said
I don't know. It's in the
Was it-
studio.
Yeah,
20,
that should work.
2044 by.
Well, that's the recommended. You want to at least do it by that.
Yeah.
There's a recommended, but he's already tested it within that box
Uh,
thing and shows him and everything. So
Mm-hmm.
all right, we're gonna stop.
Good job.
Nice job.
That was it.
Hold up just a second. The kid that I've been watching his dogs every once in a while wanted to watch the Lord of the Rings with me before he moved in August. And he's supposed to come over tonight to watch the first one. And I think he fell asleep.
Hmm.
Lucky you.
No, lucky for you guys, because that let me stay on here and
Mm.
do work.
Mhm.
So let me open up real quick just to test this. YouTube. Switch. Do I have my? Let me switch over to that account there. Channel.
No.
Customize.
No.
Branding. Banner image. Change. Jackson's Gaming. Okay. It works.
You want me to send you Tim's email so you can email it to him?
I can send it to him through Messenger.
Better through email, it loses something in Messenger.
Ah,
All
you
that
give me his
playing around
email.
you've just done. You just get wasted.
Here, let me go to Let's Make Stuff at Mudball Creative, new mail. Yes. Send me a message with his email.
Yeah, because it's a long one.
Oh, I got one of them dodgy emails, you know, the one where it says,
Yeah.
we've been watching you for the last 6 months and we've
Yeah.
seen you've been watching porn and we've got video evidence of you got off to the
Yeah.
porn and all this. And if I send him $600 in Bitcoin, he won't publish online. So I sent a message back to him. I said, I don't have a webcam. Yeah. And I don't like porn. So go
Yeah,
ahead and
Donald.
make my day.
No, what you
Yeah.
need to send back is just some random picture of some guy jerking it. Say, is this it?
I just sent back to him. I went, don't have a webcam. Yeah. So go ahead, make my day. He responded back straight away with, fuck you.
Strangely enough, that's what I responded with to the email that I got. Fuck off.
Oh, it was
I
you,
just
was it?
Usually you can tell when they come from foreigners because they speak their English in a different way. So when
Yeah.
you read it, you know it's from somebody that speaks like English in Africa or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, this guy claimed to be in Liverpool, but he asked for $600
Yeah.
in Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's gonna work.
I'm gonna take off now. I'll see you guys later.
That's all it is.
No worries. See you, Donald.
Okay,
Later.
see you.
Have a good evening.
Good evening.
I watched The Hitman today.
Oh, okay.
It
Is
was
Donald,
different.
Donald going to write up an invoice for Tim?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I got a message from what's it, Netflix, saying that they'd added Hitman to it. So I thought, well, I might
Oh,
as well
great.
watch it.
Chat.
Awesome. Someone sent a Nintendo Wii for £5. It says minor cosmetic damage. It's just a circuit board.
Hmm.
Right.
I can buy that and 3D print my own.
Yeah.
Design it myself.
And here comes Paul.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hopefully another successful journey.
Dusty said Tim's email is at kangaroolover@AOL.
Nah.
No cat yet.
That was an interesting trip.
Oh, okay. Tell us more.
Well, where I usually park is 2 handicap spots right there next to the bridge, just south of the bridge.
Yeah.
And I was in the second one in, and there was an older couple. They always, I see them down there once in a while. They sit there and just kind of grumpy faces and watch this stuff. Anyway, laying on the ground right next to the door where she was this key, and this key, which I can't tell what it is. Anyway, it's a car key, house key, and another house key. So I asked him, is that yours? Nope, not ours. Okay. So
Take
the
it
hell
down
do
to
I
the
do?
police
Call the
department.
police or what?
Take it down to, just take it down to the police department and give it to them.
Check on what?
Police department or the police shop. Cop shop.
Take it down to the police department and just give it to them.
Oh, I could probably call them. They come pick it up.
I mean, I doubt people will probably ever think to go there to get it, but at least it'd be turned in.
Well,
would think
the
as well,
other
if you-
the other interesting thing is I found this debit card in the back of my car. A Visa.
Well,
Visa
don't
debit
show
card.
the numbers.
Well, yeah, but I don't know whose it is. It's
Name
got
Should
a,
have a name on it.
it's got a name on it, Matthew Minnis Jr.
Wait,
Wonder
oh,
no,
if that's
it's
the
in the
back
back of
end.
your car. In
Should
the
have-
back. Right. So that was in the back of your car.
That was underneath the floor mat in the back of my car. And I
Sure, if
tried
it's-
to look him up, and I don't see anybody by that name.
Sure that hasn't like been back there since you bought the vehicle? And you just never saw it?
No. It's
I mean, how often do you go in your back seat?
well, the thing of it is my tenant used my truck one day and went up to Walmart. And they happened to be a person there that looked like they needed a ride, so he offered to give him a ride. And this popped up in the back. I didn't realize it, but that's the only thing I could think it is. And so my tenant messaged him and everything else, and no response back.
Well,
Yeah.
the card itself, I just cut it up. It's no use.
Yeah, because they probably called and had it.
Yeah.
Well,
As for the key, if
it's
you're
a
on
Visa,
the,
it's a Visa debit card.
yeah,
So
just
what I
cut
was
it up.
what I was thinking about is giving this to the cops with that.
Hmm.
Well, 'cause
They
they might
could be
link them.
related.
But
They may
I
link
just-
them.
The card, I just cut it up. It's no use. As long as no one can use it, it's fine. The keys itself, if you're on any Facebook groups for your area, just put found set of keys at the Riverside. Yeah, if yours, please describe and I'll
Andy.
get back to you.
Yeah, don't tell them what they look like or put a picture, just because anybody will say, "Oh, those are mine."
Andrew.
Andrew. Well, I could just call the police and have them come get them, right? Just describe where I
Yeah.
found them.
Call the non-emergency line though. Don't call 911.
Yep.
Would you find a credit card?
Well, yeah, I found a credit card, but I also found keys in the parking lot down where I usually park and fly, you know?
Possible.
Oh, we-
Car could be stolen, Rod. 100%.
The credit card itself,
right.
could it not have come from one of your drones you purchased off someone?
Okay.
Well, it's
Uh,
it's
And it's
a
fallen
debit
out of their
card,
box?
Does the key have a symbol on it, like a Honda or a Kia,
No.
or
Nope.
because usually they do.
Not if it's an aftermarket key.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It's got some kind of I can't tell what it is though.
So someone's tried to steal Paul's car, dropped their credit card and the keys, and now fucked.
Tried to drive off with his car and he walked around the front too quick.
Let me see if I can't read this.
Guys in the boot. Let me out.
I can't get out.
I would just cut that card up, throw it away.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
even if it,
card.
depending on how, if it's been in your car for a long time, then it's most likely not any good anyway, because
It-
if they did lose it, they called and had it reported.
Because
anyway.
Well, I would.
because at one side usually there's the date, the expiration date, right?
First, I thought he found it with the keys. I was gonna be like, well, don't show the numbers on here, because they might not realize they lost it yet. But if it's been sitting in the back
key's
of
got
his,
the key's got an emblem on it that says ILCO, Alco. One side, what's on the other side?
it's probably an aftermarket key. Somebody had made it somewhere from a locksmith or something.
Yeah, it just says
Ah.
USA. Okay.
I was thinking it was gonna have like a
Right.
Hyundai
so
symbol or something.
see, from the powers of investigation, you've limited it down to anyone in the USA,
Yeah.
which is down from anyone in the world.
Which means somebody
Well,
locked
sure,
themselves out, so they had to have another key made.
Or no, I'm thinking since it was on the passenger side door on the ground, that somebody dropped it out of their pocket while they were getting in and out of the car.
Yeah.
Oh, like I
Yeah.
said, it's very
Likely.
possible too that card could have been sitting in there from the time you bought the damn truck. And you just never
Well, the
saw
thing
it.
of it is they sweep it pretty often. But
Wouldn't-
that parking lot, they closed it today earlier for the day because they had all kinds of out of towners coming in that were coming in for a like a festival of cars roundup, all specialty cars
Oh.
and stuff.
Well, that's probably where the car keys have come from, and the card. Not the card was on, but where the keys have come from.
But it's a legit credit card.
Yeah, but if it's been in his truck, then it's probably been in there a long time. What's the expiration
No,
date on it?
they just gave that guy a ride like a week or two ago.
Yeah, but if he noticed his card missing, then it's gone. He's already called it and reported.
On the
it
back of
missing.
the card, there'll be an expiry date.
'Cause, who knows how long
Well-
before he notices that he's missing
Yeah.
his visa?
Never mind that. On the back of the
let's
card, there should be an
assume-
expiry date.
Within a 2-week period, he would have
2 of
noticed. at some
29.
point.
Well, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
pretty brand new card.
Yeah, because there's usually a 3 to 4 year expiration.
Only
on
3-4 years, isn't it?
431-6306.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Blah, 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 blah.
9351.
Throw it out.
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
Wait,
Ready? Here, I'll give it to you
Just
again.
cut it up.
No, no.
here's the Dominic. Here's the number: 8675309.
Yeah, 8675309. Yeah.
I wonder how many people in the chat just tried to order a new drone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy's gonna get his credit card statement. He's like, how many Air 2Ss?
Hey, Jonathan. What's up, Steve? Come on up.
Yeah,
Yeah, Paul,
I'd say
even
that's
if it,
what it is, Randy.
even if it was 2 weeks ago, I would just trash the card. Cut it up
Yeah.
and trash it, cause even, like I said, if the guy hasn't noticed his card missing
Oh,
after 2 weeks, then
Jonathan.
he's an idiot anyway.
Uh,
You should notice your card missing after a 2
Uh,
week period.
Ma-
I mean, come on now.
Mad Props has a point. It might be a prepaid card.
yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's under, say, even if it's prepaid, there's still gonna be a pin on it,
Nope.
so.
Justin, is that
Muted.
engraved?
And you can, I doubt that's a prepaid card, cause it's got a custom signature and shit on the front of it. But even if it is, the guy can call and have it replaced. Even if you're using it as a payroll card or something, but like I said,
But if
if it's been in there, if it's been in Paul's truck under the floor mat, who knows how long it's been there, even if it's been there
If
for
you're
a
f-
week, the person would have already called and had it reported stolen and ordered a new one
it-
anyway.
It should have a phone number on the back of
Bad
the card
props.
that you can phone up and tell them you found it.
you're muted, Paul.
I tell you what, Mark, that's more fun than you freaking imagine. I found a bank card, and I rung the bank up, and it was like, "Where'd you find the card?" Gave her all these freaking things. She went, "Do you know what the person that dropped it looked like?" Well,
No,
if
No.
I
that's why
did, I
I'm giving
wouldn't
it
give
to
it them
you.
back. And then she went, "Well, could you take it into a branch? You don't have any branches." Oh yeah. Could you send it to us? I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna cut the thing up and you just tell the person that's lost it, I've done it. Thanks. God, it was like third degree. It was one of them Go Henry cards.
Like I said, I would just cut it up and throw it away.
Yeah.
'Cause I found a while, quite a number of years ago. I found someone else's credit card in the parking lot at the grocery store. I just brought it in the grocery store and said, "Hey, I found this person's credit card out in your parking
Yeah.
lot."
Yeah. I just found the
Right.
person's credit card. Can I just check if it's gonna work to pay for my shopping?
Well, that's the thing though, is like you, these days, like on
Mm.
our banking apps, you can shut your card off and
Yeah.
give yourself time to find it. And then if you don't
There's
find
a-
it, then you can go ahead and report it
Cancel it.
stolen and then
Because
get a new
I
one
think
sent to
there's
you.
I think there's a thing from Discover or Visa. You can turn it off for a
Yes,
few
I
minutes
got.
while you find the card, and then she
Yeah,
finds
I
it
actually
again.
got a warning for that because every time I used the card, I would go back in the app and turn it off. So if I did lose it at any point, it couldn't be used, and then only turn it back on when I needed to. And the bank said, "That is not what this facility is for. It's in case you lose the card." I went, "But I won't lose it if I fucking keep turning it off." So,
Well, it's one
'cause,
thing if you find it in a
so-
parking lot because somebody could have lost it 2 hours before and are looking for it.
yeah,
But if it's been in his car for a couple of weeks, any normal person would have called and reported it stolen
Yeah.
already or lost. And
might-
it doesn't work anyway.
What's the
Because some
expiry
people,
might already be out of date?
because
No,
some
it's
people
the
may have,
2029.
because some people may have lost it last
Oh,
weekend, and they're
then-
just realizing it now that
Is
using a card. Like
Oh,
some
then
people
you're
at the boat ramp dropped. the
tell you
credit
what,
card.
I would love to have so much money that I could lose a bank card and not notice it for a few weeks.
Yeah.
If I
'cause
lose my
that's-
bank card, I notice it within half an hour. It's like, "Where's it gone? Right, where's it gone?"
Dude, that
Okay.
happened to my sister one day. She lost her card and we looked for
'Cause-
like 12 hours trying to find it before she turned it off on her app. And we spent like half the day looking for it. Looked everywhere and she goes, "I know, and the minute I report it missing, I'm gonna find it." And damn if she didn't. She called the bank. She finally gave up and she called the bank and said, "I lost my card." And not even 30 minutes later, she finds it in her fucking purse that she looked through like
She
20 times. Oh, she was so
she-
pissed.
And they won't.
No, she
you have to
rushed.
wait. You one arrives, don't you?
Justin, she rushed looking through her purse.
Yeah, once you call and report a missing, then you're done at
That's
that
it,
point.
done.
You have to wait
'Cause
for the
that-
new one to come in.
Because sometimes that plastic sticks to other
Yeah.
items. Like your debit card and your credit card, they're both made from the same
This is
plastic.
why you shouldn't use your debit and credit card for paying for your porn, and it won't stick.
I no, because my debit card and credit card, I keep them right next to each other in my wallet, and sometimes they stick.
Sarah lost her wallet one time in Walmart and they returned it, just not with the money in it.
Yeah.
Hey, at least you got your wallet back.
That's the most important thing is having your damn ID and everything. Like I I could give a shit less if somebody takes the money as long as I get my wallet back. But I try not taking my wallet with me unless I have, like, if I'm just going to Walmart, I don't take it with me. If I'm just going somewhere in town, I don't take my wallet with me. I don't give a shit if I
You
have
just
my
bring
license.
you just bring your
I don't-
credit card.
Because the
More.
cops really don't give a shit if you don't have your license on you, as long as it's valid. They'll run it. They'll just say, what's your name? And you tell them your name and they'll run your name as long as your license is valid. 90% of the time they won't ticket you for that. So I don't even bother taking my wallet with me.
So usually it's name and date of birth you give them, and they'll.
Because I don't like losing my wallet. I've lost my
I
wallet when I
don't-
was like 20. When I was 20 years old, I lost my wallet and it had everything in it. My social
Right,
security
Oh.
card and everything. And it
I-
was a pain in the ass getting all that stuff back. I had to go to a notoriety or a notary
Notary.
with two
Yes.
people that could verify I was who I was, just so I could get a paper from them to take to the DMV to get a new license. And then I had to, I was able to order my social security card. And I didn't have, and the only thing I had to identify me was my birth certificate. So I had to take that to the notary with two people that were, what was it? They were going on record as that verifying who I was. And then I had to take that to the DMV.
We have you have a sly comment there from Dan.
I have never had a social security.
Hi, Dan.
Because you're not American. Why would you?
Wait up, you've had your national insurance card, haven't you?
No, I got my national insurance number before they brought cards out.
Oh yeah. Well, they've taken them away again now.
Now we get this little blue card. It's a social security card,
But off by heart anyway.
but it's not even a form of ID anyway. You just have to use that. Rarely does anybody ask you for sure your social security card. Usually it's for,
No.
Just for employment
Uh,
purposes, isn't it?
yeah, like if for
Wow.
employment, you have to provide your ID, either a state ID or
Oh.
license with your social security card for tax reasons. They
Yeah,
have to
that's
have
same
that
as
to
our
verify.
national insurance card.
Every
But,
time you fuck
it's,
UW, have to give you a national insurance number.
Now, if you could
He-
like, or if you like get a bank account or something like that, you have to provide it.
How you doing, Dan?
Because usually if you call the banks and
What-
stuff, one of the verifications they do is they ask you for your last 4 digits of your social security number. Because your social security numbers is what,
And
9
if
digits, I
you're-
think?
Yeah.
And if
well,
you're open a credit card, sometimes they ask you for your birth certificate too.
well, over here in the UK, they don't.
2 letters.
Banks are
6
not allowed to have
numbers.
national insurance. What was that, Mark?
Hmm?
What are you saying?
I said also national insurance numbers, 2 letters, 6 numbers, and a letter.
Yeah.
So it's
Ours
still 9 characters, but it's a mixture.
Ours is 9 numbers. There's no letters in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we don't have
3 letters, 3 letters, 6 numbers. The strange thing is, you're actually giving it you at birth. When you're
Oh,
birth registered, you get your number. But
That's
you
the way
don't-
they do
You
it
don't
here, too.
actually give you the physical number or tell you what the number is until you're 16.
No, here what they do is they give it to you at birth and then your parents can file with the social security office and then they send you a social security card for your child. And then you can keep that, in your records with their birth certificate. Because obviously children don't have to have ID to do things.
They're sending the police by.
Well, it was nice knowing you, Paul.
to pick the keys.
Watch, Paul's gonna find out he had some serial killer in his back seat and that card belonged to some fucking.
Paul,
Yeah.
does this parking lot do they have some sort of security camera?
No,
Oh.
You mean not really, apart from that big one that's swinging round the back of his monitor there.
yeah.
Then
Because depending on the location, some of them have a couple
Well, the
security
thing
cameras.
of it is that it was the camera that you see right here is on the
Yeah.
building back there. And the keys would be on the other side of the car that would be parked right here in this parking spot right here.
Mad Props, ask Joe. Joe, Mad Props has a question for you about your Avata.
Yeah,
Two.
shut up, Joe. You're talking too much.
He hasn't got it
Yeah,
anymore.
I'm talking too much.
See, they
Filed
got,
with
they
State
got all
Farm.
these antique cars here in town for a big to-do, you know?
Maybe it's a key to one of them.
I don't know. Don't know.
That's a pretty modern key though. If it's, was it like old classic cars? Cause
Oh, all
that's a
kinds
key
of
with a
cars,
chip in
hot
it.
rods, classic cars, brand new Corvettes souped up, you know.
It's definitely an
cars,
aftermarket key if it doesn't have any kind of emblem on it.
Like a spare key, I think.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, Dan, how's it going? Yeah, Dan says, Andrew, you're talking too much.
Yeah, I don't know who pays for porn, Randy. That's a little stupid to do. There's tons of free out there. I wouldn't know. I'm just saying I've heard things.
Haven't
That's
we all heard things?
That's a bit like the Jeff Dunham sketch when he's talking with Earl. And he was saying like that when he was younger, water was free and they had to pay for porn. He says, and now water costs money and porn's free. He said, good trick.
Like I said, Paul's gonna find out he had some serial killer in his back of his seat.
yeah.
And that card belongs to some victim.
Sometimes there's been drug deals going down and he didn't know about it. That they've been watching his house. ATF's
That's what
been
I'm
watching
thinking.
Paul's
That's
house.
what I'm thinking that
Why'd you call the cops if that's what you were thinking?
no, but I was thinking that this, you got anybody want to take that numbers down? Go ahead.
Ah,
Oh, God.
ATF says,
drone
why are you doing
worship.
this? You're blowing our case.
drone worship. That sounds tasty.
It says
Boneless
it's
chicken
a
wings.
Visa debit card. It says just tap it and the money's yours.
Oh, most of them
Yeah.
are
Well,
tapped now.
I
because
wouldn't
that
do it.
Paul, that's a newer car if it has a tap function.
Oh
I
yeah.
used to be
yeah.
a serial killer. I could
Doesn't
kill a
expire
good
on
box of Captain Crunch.
The
Nice.
card doesn't expire until February of 29.
Yeah, but that don't mean
Well,
it's not
that's-
it wasn't reported missing already, and it's not any good anyway.
Well, that means it's only a couple of months old, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And let's face it,
Probably.
if somebody was in your car that needed a ride somewhere, trust me, they're paying attention where their bank cards are at because it's not somebody with a bunch of money. So
I mean, how long do your cards normally last? I think ours only last 4 years.
Yeah.
I
About
think
four.
ours is
Or down here.
4 or 5 years on the expiration, something like that. It's around the same.
If it's
Down
I think
February,
it's
You
Gotta
could
be at
get
least
this a
5.
sign like this for your cat.
aware of asshole.
so it would only
Yeah.
be like 4 months old.
Like I said, if it's somebody that needed a ride somewhere, most likely, trust me, they notice that card missing.
Weird that it managed to find its way underneath.
Like I said too, it's possible it could have been under there for a lot longer too. I mean, how often does Paul really sit in his back seat, right?
Well, no, it can't be, because if it's 5 years,
Because
it
it's
comes out
not expired,
February
yeah.
29, it was only issued this February just gone.
Hmm.
All right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could have been back there more than a week or two ago.
Jim, I
though. It
thought
could have
that
been
was-
back there a month ago, though. Or
Jim,
2
I
months
thought that
ago.
was yesterday. I don't know what the status
Oh,
of that bill is anyway.
they're, what, they voting on the bill tomorrow for DJI?
Yeah.
Today's the 11th, so I thought they were voting on the 11th.
Yeah,
No,
but I
that's
heard last night it's only a committee it's going through, not the whole Senate.
I thought it was the 12th.
But Joe, once it goes out of committee, doesn't it have to go to the full
Full
vote?
floor.
Then
The
it would
whole
go to
Yeah,
the
but
House.
it's gotta get out of committee first.
It has to go
Yeah.
out of committee, then I think it goes to the House and the Senate and then the President's desk.
Goes back to the Senate. It's already out the House. House has
So
already said
there-
yes.
So there's like still like a 50% chance that it might die.
About a 20% chance it could die.
Jody said I'm voting for the felon.
Frank, just a heads
Well-
up. Now we have 2 felons.
To be honest, well, that's Hunter
No,
Biden. He's not
you only
president.
have one. You're not. If your son commits a crime, you're not a felon yourself.
Yeah.
It's your son.
What?
Guilty by
Well-
association.
No, Trump got found guilty as well, don't forget. So they have got
Yeah,
to.
but it's only Trump that's been found guilty. On the Biden side, it's his
But-
son, not Biden
Hunter
himself.
Biden, yeah.
But by
Yeah,
but
The
but
crackhead
Hunter-
son, yes.
but Hunter still has his tax case in September.
Yes, but it's not
Yeah, you
Biden
do notice that's
himself,
after the election.
it's his son. Yeah. It's like if you had a child, your child went to commit a murder, you're not guilty because you made that child. Yeah, that's not how it works. Yeah.
It ought to
Once
be.
your child reaches a
No,
certain
Joe.
age, you're on your own.
Might be Randy.
And yet, if anything else happens, you are responsible.
Do you think he's an accessory after the fact there, Justin?
Oh, no, I haven't been following the case. So I don't know.
Who are you talking
Guilty
about,
by
Biden?
association.
Yeah, Joe is
I reckon.
accessory after the
Yeah,
fact.
you want to be
Well,
I
you know,
think he's-
Joe is mixed up to here in it because, they've got all kinds of records of money
In the
coming
tax
from-
evasion case,
from
he did.
him to Joe.
Did you see
And
him
now
the
they're
other
starting
day?
to flaunt that laptop that they said didn't exist, so
Yeah.
they're getting
And
ready
be
to come
careful
down
what
on
you're
somebody.
saying because until it's all been sorted, you could be an accessory to
Randy.
you can get done for what's it called now? Contaminating the court evidence, and 2, is it slander or libel, whichever one it is.
Slander cases are one of the
Slanders-
hardest cases over here to prove.
Matt,
There's spoken
It
word.
is,
like
but
all
if it-
Matt
because-
Crops.
but if you've got
Because-
video evidence of the person saying it, how hard is it to prove that they said it?
Well, like I said, slander videos or slander cases are one of the hardest over here because of the whole freedom of speech thing. You
Yep.
could be on,
Oh, well,
you
let me
could
just
be
say this.
online all day saying, I feel like this person's guilty, but they can, they're, how
Yeah,
hard
you're
it would be.
entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, and Justin, it depends on which side of the war it was. You see, we won.
Fuck's sake, here we go.
We
Let's
won,
see,
so we can
Joe-
do
Well,
that.
that sounds like everything.
Let's see. Joe has said his house caught his
Like
whole
I said,
house caught fire when it's actually just the kitchen. He said he was a truck driver when he wasn't. He was a college professor, which he wasn't.
Like I said,
said
I
his
can't really
uncle-
speak
uncle
on
was
the
eaten
case
by
because I haven't
cannibals.
been following it, so.
That too.
All I'm
He
gonna
said
say,
the little
is
kids
it
used to rub the
doesn't-
hair on his legs.
Yeah.
Pretty
Rather
much
than-
freaking boy.
Right, it doesn't
be
bode
def-
well for your country if all of your leaders on both sides are crooks.
Well, they're the same thing in yours. Yours are all crooks too.
Well, of
That's,
course they are.
yeah,
Whoa,
but this
no,
isn't,
no, no.
hold on,
Not
this
the
isn't
politician
exclusive to
goes
one
without
government.
saying.
It
Right.
doesn't, this isn't exclusive to one government.
No,
But-
it's just Power corrupts ultimately.
But listen,
Yeah.
I understand why so many foreign people get involved in American politics because the US does have an extreme effect on other countries, what we do. And that's
Actually,
because we're a third of the world's economy.
no.
So if the US economy shifts in a major way,
The
it will
reason,
trickle down to the other countries.
yeah, but you're slightly wrong here. The reason I get involved in your politics is because I know how easy you guys get wound up about it.
No. I'm just saying in
but-
general, in
Da-
reality,
David-
a lot of foreign people do get involved in US politics, and I understand why, because in reality, it is true that if the US economy shifts in a major way, it can literally affect
Yes, it does.
other countries that are
As we
smaller.
all
because-
found out in 1998.
or in
Right.
2008,
You-
look at the
when your
2008.
economy drops, ours
Yeah.
goes.
David
That's what I'm
enjoys
saying.
watching American news
So,
television.
I get why like I said,
Oh,
because I'll
stop.
see this
Not bought.
during the American elections. You'll see a lot of people advocating for presidents in other countries, even though they have no vote in it or have any actual real say in it. They'll hold rallies saying we support this president in the US because it's gonna affect them at some point and it's just because how large the US economy is on the world stage. The only economy that can really rival the US is if the entire European Union came together as one and could actually work together without bickering between each other.
China.
Or China.
No, China's still way behind us quite a ways as far as the GDP.
Hi, Jody.
What I'm
Right.
saying is the only country,
Right, Frank.
the only economy that could literally rival the US's and bigger at this point would be if all the European nations came together as one and could
we'll-
actually work together.
Will
But they're always
eventually
bickering between each other.
eventually will China own the US because of how much they already own of us?
No.
Because there's a lot of states that are banning the Chinese from being able to buy property.
The
in them.
Chinese are slowly taking over the world, chip shop by restaurant.
Not here.
Well, we have the most advanced airplanes for our Navy in the world,
Oh,
so
What's that got to do
there's
with
no way they
Exactly.
can take us over.
Yeah, what's that got to do with the price of fish?
We got the
Well, I
biggest
didn't-
missiles.
I didn't want to show you my
Nothing to do with the
clout.
price of tea
Oh,
in
for
China.
God's sake, all right.
Back in 2021, I had this sent to me. My buddy sent me that. He told me how much he loved me because that was a nice guy.
Laura, why's
But-
your head ginger?
But the thing is, there's a difference between a vast difference between the US and China that everybody
Hey,
seems to
From the
miss.
sound of it, it sounds like Laura's hair dyeing has gone Blackpool.
I don't know.
But the vast difference between the US and China is the US, most of the modern countries around the world are very allied with the US, where China doesn't really have any
Oh.
strong economic allies.
Hey, Randy.
I mean, who are their allies?
Look
at
Iran
that.
and fucking North Korea?
No, Russia is
I mean,
joined them now.
Under
Even Russia. Russia's economy is absolutely in the trash
Hey,
can right
Mark.
now.
Yep.
There's a
They're all
Randy, there's
their
a shark behind you.
all their
Yeah.
alliances, or what they would consider allies, are all crap and shit ass countries that have really shitty economies compared to the
Mm.
rest of the world. Where the US has Australia, the UK, Germany, these are all thriving economies that tend to always side with the US over China. That's the
only
big
reason-
difference between the US and China.
The only reason
Okay.
China has better like drone tech and all that stuff is because we build weapons, they build technology.
Yeah.
Well, no, technically, we're better at tech. As far as
Look-
the digitalization,
At what cost?
we're at the top of that.
Yeah, but you don't
It
make
always
the film.
used to be that the UK and the US invented and designed everything. The Japanese then perfected it and miniaturized it, and then the Chinese built it.
Well, they tried
Copy.
copying it, but it's always shit ass copies.
I copy and
And then
clone
Iran
everything.
eventually copies it.
But like I said, that's the main difference between the US and China, is China has no real strong
Jim.
economic allies. where
Joe,
the
do you
US
see
has a
Jim's
lot of 'em.
comment?
No.
The
mean,
U.S.
I-
is like the alpha male in the room. Everybody just looks up to him. Everybody wants to be like him.
No.
Oh, there we go,
Uh,
Randy.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
America's most
think no.
wanted, America's most
Well,
wanted for president.
you're right about that statement because David is always saying he wishes he was an American.
Hell
Yeah.
no.
To be honest,
Well,
no,
no.
Randy, and I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything, but Randy does have a point though. American culture is very big around the world.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
not
a
trying
lot
to
of
toot our own
culture.
horn, but it's just a fact.
McDonald's.
David, you could move to the
Uh,
look.
US.
I tell you
Yeah.
what, right? This is what I don't understand. You guys got on about the fifth, the amendments, right to bear arms. We can all have a gun. Pow, 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 pow.
No, it's everybody has a right to have a pair of bear arms on their wall.
No, right. You're going on about everyone
Yeah,
has a
this
right
has
to have a
wrong.
gun.
This has wrong.
You all have a right to have a gun. So how the fuck do you buy one illegally?
It's
Usually it's the
cold.
criminals that
Right.
do that.
Yeah, but how
'Cause
do
if
you
I-
buy a gun illegally if you're entitled to have one?
Because if
Because-
you go and shoot somebody that's fucking with you, you don't want the gun traced back to
There's a
yourself.
lot of stolen guns out there in the black market.
So you go get somebody else's gun.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
matter
aren't
what
there's-
country, it's still called the
aren't
black
there some-
market.
Aren't there some
China's
where you don't
technology is
actually
not
need to
unmatched,
give any
Jonathan.
to buy a gun?
If
By
you
the
look
way,
at it, like I've said
I'm
before,
only
if you
winding
look
you
at
up.
if you look at the top 100 tech companies in the world, as far as digitalization and technology, 60 out of the 100 are US companies.
Yeah, China's
And
technology
China
but-
has
is just
very few.
made cheaper. It's more
Yeah,
it's
but-
more readily available because it's made cheaper and it's more available to the
But
masses.
it's not
Where
always
we-
better though.
Cost of labor.
Where DJI excels, a lot of their other companies are complete
I
failures.
bet Randy has
Right.
a faster drone.
DJI is a very unique product that comes out of China because majority of the time the products coming out of China are absolute garbage.
But we have better
DJI
technology.
is-
We just put it into our military.
Exactly.
Like look at our Reaper drones. They don't have anything that can touch our defense drones.
Well, like I said too, and if you look at the top 10 defense contract companies in the world, China's companies aren't even on that list for the top 10 most producing military contracting companies. 5 of those are US.
Let me just
Yeah,
take
out of the
this.
top-
Lockheed,
Out of the top 6,
Huh.
the US holds the number 1, 2, 3, and 5th and 6th spot. And
Okay.
then B, what is it?
All right.
British one
Justin.
is B and E. I think they own their 3rd.
Oh,
Yeah,
go
just-
ahead,
they're
David.
third or
What were you
fourth.
gonna
Right.
say?
Justin, just let me stop you there a minute. Let me just take this drawing pin here and burst your bubble. Pop!
Is it
Inflated
BAE,
worth.
Space Engineering?
How many of your companies overvalue their company? Apple, Microsoft.
Trump.
Well,
everybody
That's
does
all.
that.
Oh,
a
shit.
lot of companies overvalue themselves.
Like every
But it's
company
also-
overvalues themselves.
It's
But
also
it's
up
very-
to their lenders to value them correctly as well, though. If
Yeah,
But
there's
how do
always
we
a
know-
third party
But
investigator that
Justin,
does
how
their
do
own
we
calculation.
know if the lender's being fair, giving you
Well,
a
that's
fair
the
value
thing.
of your company?
But like
But
I
they
said,
don't even
also
know
look
if they're valuing themselves correctly.
also look around the world. What is the main operating systems everybody uses around the world? Google,
Not me.
American, which is Android. Then you
Yeah.
have iOS, which is Apple, American. Microsoft, American. I mean, those are the 3
American.
probably most used
American.
operating
The
systems around the
companies-
world.
The companies here, American.
America.
But who actually wrote the operating system?
And Transformers would be Japanese, Jonathan, not Chinese. That
Okay.
actually, I think Transformers actually came out of Japan,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Can I just interrupt this broadcast to let you know we can no longer insult Welsh Rob for being ginger because Laura
Why?
is ginger.
Blackpool's colours.
No,
No, it's not that shade.
it's more a rustic, coppery ginger.
Laura dye her hair?
Police are here.
Bye, Paul. Enjoy your night in the cells.
Gonna hear him. We need to speak
Is
to you.
one of
That
us-
credit card was linked to 15 murders.
Hi, Boston Creams.
Is one of us co-host?
Called him
Hey.
the Port Huron killer.
Boston Creams.
Here's an interesting one. How quick do the fucking police come out for a credit card and keys? When
Well, it
you,
depends on how
Oh.
busy they are. If you call
Yeah,
them out
no.
emergency line, it could have been 6 hours. It could have been 20 minutes.
And
yeah, but your house
And
gets
it-
robbed. You don't see them for days.
and
Yeah.
it depends on where you're and where you live.
Well,
how
they
big
go,
of an area you
no,
live in.
no, it goes by
They
how
wouldn't
busy
even
they,
come out from here.
no, it goes by how busy they are, and then they prioritize the calls based on severity. So if they're not busy and they happen to be near Paul's house, they'll be there in 20 minutes. If there's a robbery going on, obviously they're not gonna show up to Paul's house to get the
Joe-
card. They'd come 2
Justin,
hours
check your
later after
messages.
dealing with that.
Laura said, check your messages, Justin.
I wonder how Paul's going to explain the card, though. I found this in the back of my card, but I don't know whose it is.
They know him and that.
How,
Yeah.
Well,
how
like I
does
said,
he know
he's
it's
gonna
not
find-
his?
That's
That
why
he
he's gonna
forgot
say,
about?
he's gonna find out it's linked to the Port Huron,
Uh,
Michigan murderer. It's gonna have some crazy
Yeah.
name. It's gonna be some serial killer.
If that
Yeah.
guy's getting a ride, there's probably no money on that card anyway.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all I was saying. And if
Part
there
of the ma-
was,
it's
you
part of the
definitely
mafia
know,
now.
even if there was
It's a
$100 on there,
Visa.
that dude would notice $100 missing, his card missing after.
Well,
30
it's
minutes.
it's definitely a Visa card there, Dan. But Visa is
I
one of the
don't know.
biggest debit card makers out there.
Oh, Laura sent a picture of her hair.
Oh God. Are you showing it, Justin?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I'm not-
it's written on the front of it which bank issued it.
Uh,
Joe as well.
Justin, Jody wants to start
There you go.
hacking.
And they'll be able
Yeah,
to tell
well,
the
I'm not,
sort code.
I'm not speaking on that because NSA may be listening, Jody, just saying. They
I'm
got their
just saying-
fingers- You wanna talk about an agency that has oh man. You wanna talk about some dark web shit? NSA is on a whole different level of craziness.
Where'd Dominic go?
The shit that Snowden leaked about them,
Probably coffee.
But when he comes back, I'm gonna show him I made a new cup I just ordered. I think
Like
y'all
you
gonna like
hear-
this one.
Oh, I thought.
like obviously you hear about when we get hacked from China or Russia, but you never hear about when it happens the other way and think they're not doing it twice as worse the other way. You know, China and Russia ain't gonna admit that they got hacked. You know, over
Well,
PDF.
Russia does.
You, you know who we haven't heard anything from in quite a while?
You know what?
That hacking group called Anonymous.
I'm not even bringing up their name on a live stream on YouTube.
Do you want to
Shut
know
up,
why you
Andrew.
don't hear anything of them?
Don't bring them up.
Because they're
Because they
anonymous.
are.
Anonymous. No, okay, so like one of the craziest hacks ever done was that Stuxnet virus. That was the one that the US and the Israelis co-opted on with each other. And it bounced around the world for what, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 years, going from computer to
Lights were on.
computer until it found a specific program it was looking for, which happened to be the centrifuges in the Iranian nuclear plant. And it's fine, and it supposedly that virus was on hundreds of millions of computers around the world, but nobody knew about it. But that's one of the most sophisticated viruses ever done that we know of. And that was what sped up the centrifuges in their nuclear facility plant and caused them to blow up.
I never knew that.
Yeah, there's a whole documentary on YouTube you can watch about it where a bunch of computer programmers and stuff tear the whole virus apart and break down the code and everything for it and tell you about it. But yeah, it was very sophisticated, and that was supposedly
Wonderful.
done by the NSA and the Israelis.
They actually did a program telling people how to write a new one.
Well,
Oh, they
that
are.
makes sense.
Then you have what you call white hat hackers. Those are the guys that try to do good on the internet. So
Oh,
like
yeah.
that one guy that had his cameras hacked, the guy found him on a dark website, on the dark web, found it on a website, went into the guy's cameras and warned the guy and said, hey, by the way, your password and everything, your security cameras are leaked. He goes, I just want to let you know you need to get a hold of Ring and get them to redo your account for you and reset everything. He goes, you're never going to hear from me again. He goes, I'm not here to do anything nefarious. He goes, I'm just warning you. And he was talking to the guy through his security cameras in the guy's house.
Yeah, that's why I don't have
That's-
cameras inside my house. I've seen some creepy videos where like people are talking to kids and just some weird stuff.
Oh yeah, like on fucking baby monitors
Well,
and shit.
I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
If anybody
Wireless
wants to
ones.
look at the cameras in my
Yeah.
house,
They'll have a
and
nightmare.
thingy, they'll see Laura walking around. That's enough to make them stop.
Well, they wouldn't be able to recognize her because she keeps changing her hair color every week.
Did Paul see the
Jo-
telly?
Well, there is that, Paul.
Jody, I doubt many people still use Windows 95.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised
I
how
mean,
many
that's-
poor countries around the world are still using really old
He's
operating
actually
systems.
used by 2.5% of the world's population.
You'd be
Certainly
real
think-
surprised. Especially
Windows
XP.
95, Windows 7, 8, 10 are the most popular used operating
Windows XP.
That's down to 0.1%.
XP was one of the better ones.
I still
Yeah,
want them to go, I still want to create a Windows that goes and looks like Windows 3.1. Have
No,
all the
Windows-
mod shit that they've got, but make it look like Windows 3.1.
Yeah.
Great.
Back
Windows
to
8
the
Windows
mid
8 was Windows 8 was good. Vista absolutely sucked.
Yeah.
I like
Windows
you know,
8
the-
was shit. Windows
the be-
8.1.
This
No,
was so
the best one ever was Windows Me.
I never knew it was Windows, Dustin.
That's
Here's
'cause
an
it was
Apple
absolute-
iPad that I've had, was sitting over on a table forever, and it's locked up. It says it can't be unlocked.
Screw the Apple iPad. What happened with the cops?
Oh, the cops took down my information where I found it and what it was, and I gave them the credit card thing, and they said, well, if you ever hear from anybody about that, just let them know that we've got it in our property department.
We got it, and we've maxed
Okay, move
it
out the way.
out.
Move, move. I gotta move. You
Let's
gotta
hear
move
about
on.
it.
Yeah,
But
somebody does a
did
police
anybody
report
know
'cause
about
16
how you
drones were
unlock
bought.
these things, or-
you have to take it to an Apple store.
I don't think we have
Is-
an app.
You know how
Paul,
that's
is
not
it-
even worth messing with, Paul. Look at the bezels on it. That's an old ass iPad.
Oh shit.
That's not even.
Is it-
That's like
wait.
first or
I mean,
second
iPad
generation.
2.
Is it charged?
it looks like an iPad Air.
Paul, is
Eh,
it
but-
charged?
It
Yes,
doesn't matter. It's an old ass
iPad
iPad.
good.
Just fucking junk it.
yeah, see, it comes up and everything, but then it just tells you that it's locked.
And that's because one, it's an old ass iPad. You can tell by the bezels around it. It's probably a first or second generation.
I
You
used to
probably-
use
Not worth.
An iPad Mini
some of
You
my
2.
probably had a passcode set on it, and you tried too many times to get into it, putting the wrong passcode in, and then it will lock you out.
It's not worth messing with anyway. That's what I'm saying.
But what do I do? Just throw it away?
You could take it to one of those ATM machines and sell it.
What?
You guys have one of those around there?
Got the Apple ID on it. Screen lock.
There it says screen lock.
Is you can sell it for scrap. They'll buy it for scrap.
Screen curtain on.
Well, doesn't that just mean press the button
Or he could
or swipe it?
Jody
swipe
says
it.
unlock it, send it to Jody.
If it was like a newer iPad, I'd fuck with it. But if it being that old, I wouldn't even care.
Oh, now it's talking to me in Chinese.
Panel.
I don't.
Well, your first
Jody-
problem is it's an iPad.
Yeah. That's the first problem. is the
certain
If it was a
age-
Galaxy tablet, you'd be all right.
Paul, unfortunately, certain age tablets or iPhones are not supported anymore.
They're
Yeah,
bricked.
Matter of fact, I think they lock older
Bing
ones
Hao.
too,
No, they
right?
don't. No, they just don't allow them to update the software.
Yeah, they
No,
just want to
somebody
update
posts,
the
no,
iOS.
somebody posted a video not too long ago that said Apple locked the phone when they went to go do an update on it. And it was because of the age of the iPhone. One of the big tech guys, I can't remember who it was.
I think it's
They were talking about
iPhone
it.
4 and below.
I thought they normally just block you from
Uh,
updating it. You can still use it with the current
Spe-
software, but you can't update it.
Speaking of Apple, I heard the next iOS 18 is coming out the third week of September 2024.
I don't know. I don't use Apple.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Well, guess what I heard?
There you go. There's a real tablet.
Laura has ginger hair.
No, it's a pile of crap.
Samsung Galaxy.
You see, Samsung, Google, and all that, they're bringing their own AIs in. Apple failed on their AI, so they brought in ChatGDP.
Yeah, they're working with OpenAI.
Which is open source, which means now Apple could be hacked through
Will,
the AI because it's open
will
source.
Apple buy a portion of ChatGPT because of this?
I doubt it because it's owned by
Or-
Microsoft.
Or it's just a
Yeah.
partnership?
It's just a
Yeah,
partnership.
partnership where they
Okay.
licensed out a version of it.
I
Yeah.
was hoping Apple would not buy them.
They won't. But the problem is, with ChatGPT being an open source, yeah, it's open to be used in any which way you feel like.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
they
means
build their own version of it.
yeah, it makes
I've-
it's now vulnerable, makes Apple vulnerable to attacks via their AI backdoor.
If anybody needs scrap, talk to Jody.
You
Drone
know how
shops.
much shit you have to get the scrap gold though? And then you have to separate it. A guy did a YouTube video, did a whole YouTube thing about that. And in order
Yeah.
to make, I think he made like $200, he had to have like 2,000 cell phones or something. And he only made a couple $100. This is why companies put those ATM machines out there because they buy them by the thousands. But you have to have enough of it to make it worth sitting there trying to separate the gold. Because some of the stuff isn't solid gold, it's just gold plated, so you have to separate it from the other metals.
Just put it on eBay Africa.
Toto? Bless the Rain is down in Africa.
Yeah, they do.
Where you been at, Randy? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Yeah, Randy.
Man,
good seeing ya.
I've been working 10 hours a day, like 6 days a week. Plus,
Ooh.
I'm kind of going through a little something, so I haven't really had time to do anything. Me and
You
the
know
wife
what,
are
You and the wife are what?
we're
He's-
I think we're going to divorce court, but
Oh shit. Okay, enough said. Don't bring.
I'm
don't
sorry.
bring
so
all
yeah,
that up.
I've had a whole hell of a lot going on besides with work
Yeah.
and trying to figure out the kids, and it's just a lot of.
Coast to coast.
Now, Randy, how many
know.
kids do you have? 4 kids. That's right.
Ooh.
I thought it was 3 or 4.
Well, Randy, if it helps, you owe me $1 million. You just put it into my bank account. Once the divorce is sorted, I'll send you the money back. Minus the interest, obviously.
Or a small fee.
So,
Yeah.
David, is David playing lawyer now?
No,
No.
David is going to be a
Huh?
money
Money
launderer.
launderer.
No,
Oh.
I'm just hiding the money for Randy, so his missus doesn't get any of it.
He's
I will
just
keep
he's
that-
just hiding the
I will
pile
keep
of
that in
money.
mind.
Well, see, Randy, because his angle is he's offshore. He's in England, so
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
he doesn't have to answer to U.S. courts.
And as I don't have a passport, they can't extradite me. So
Yep.
I'm
I don't
sorry,
think
Randy.
you'd need a passport to be extradited.
David's
Nah,
always,
don't be sorry.
David's always
I
trying
appreciate
to
it.
figure an angle on everything.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, but when they
Someti-
let him go, how does he get back?
What was that?
If they extradite him to America without a passport and then they let him go, how does he get home?
You can't be extradited without a passport. You have to actually have one, because there is a case of a hacker that he had his case dropped because he didn't have a passport.
You have to take a boat.
Oh, that's good, because I still need a passport for a boat.
Well, it's a long
Yeah.
swim.
I haven't had a passport for 12 months now.
No,
When it
but
ran-
you've had one, so they
Yeah,
can
but
force
one
you
out.
to renew it. Where I've never had one, so
They can pay me to renew it. God, it's pretty expensive now.
There's gotta be some way the governments talk to each other if you don't have a passport. There's no way that would keep you from getting
Well,
extradited.
the thing of it is that our government would just deport you back to your origin.
Yeah, they would actually put you on a plane and just
Put
send
you
you
on a
back.
plane, send your ass back.
cool. Where are you from? Antigua.
But that's once you serve your time.
No, Antigua's
Good
part
point.
of America, isn't it?
Yeah, have you seen that
Bahamas.
advert? Is it Carlsberg or something? The guy, he hides in a cat in this cabin. He waits till all the workers go off shift, and he jumps in, and the workers in the morning, they open the door and they go, "We found an alien," and he goes, "Where are you from?" He goes, "Antigua." Gets a free holiday to Antigua.
All you gotta
He's
do
on-
is
he's
just
there
go
on the
to,
beach drinking beer.
all you gotta do is just go to a country that doesn't have an extradition treaty. That's why all
Yeah.
these morons that run to Mexico are fucking morons, because they will extradite you from Mexico. The only
Yeah.
way that Mexico won't extradite you is if you're facing the death penalty. That's the only reason,
I've-
because some reason they have morals on the death penalty down there, but
Well,
not on.
I have
Well,
some
say-
other news. Why they
Where's
want?
it?
There's
There's a
more
lot of
other
irony
news
in
why
that.
they want extradite me. Health grounds.
Why?
You can't fly.
I can't fly because of my vertigo issues and stuff.
Yeah, you're
The
an
cabin
fly.
pressure would make me extremely ill.
Well,
You
then
can't
start
put
with
me on a
your,
boat because I'm seasick. So you should.
What about
screwed.
wait, what about train?
Okay.
How
There
many
aren't
trains have you
trains
seen
that
go
go
from the
from-
How are you going to
UK
get
to
a train to
America?
the US?
Point.
fair enough.
But
Good
David,
point.
if you went by boat, there's Dramamine.
Can't take it because of the current medication I'm on.
Oh, scopolamine.
They'll just put you in a coma and then take you.
I don't want to be in a curry.
Oh, they just put you in a
He said
drug-induced coma.
Scopolamine. It's like a
Coma,
truth
not
serum.
coma.
So
Well, no, what they do is they just send for Laura. Laura drag you by your ear back home.
I think Randy would like to see that.
Actually, that's another reason I won't get extradited. Well worked out there, Paul.
Yeah.
Because Laura's my carer, Laura will have to come with me. And then when you guys actually say, don't let Laura into the country and warn them what Laura's like, they'll go, right, case disrupt, just let him go.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do some international crime and we're gonna test this theory
Blame it
out
on
if they're not
Laura,
gonna
yeah.
extradite you.
Okay, who
No,
grabs his arm?
I want him to do an international crime and we'll test this theory if they
His
won't
theory.
extradite him due to medical reasons. I feel like they'd be like, oh, we don't give a shit.
You can't do it now.
Try Russia. Go
Cards
do
to the
the
boys.
crime in Russia.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, honestly, if there was an absolute reason why you couldn't be extradited, like something serious, they'd
Medical
probably just
reasons as well.
they'd probably just prosecute you, do the case here, and then they would just have an
No.
agreement with the other government
Well,
saying
you
that
know,
you have
if-
to serve your
if-
time there.
David, if your dad was the prime minister, you know.
Well, the other thing is, we don't currently have a government, so
Everything
What?
is in caretaker mode.
yeah, we're all in
Oh.
shutdown at the moment.
Yeah.
Rolling.
It's only 3 weeks till our general
Okay,
election.
Yeah.
did they not
Yeah.
pay the bill?
Now, as of today, government is completely and utterly dissolved, gone. No,
So you don't have to pay taxes or anything.
no, we have an acting prime minister. He's now classed as acting prime minister.
Because
How
the
is he-
because the writs have been signed, you're in caretaker mode.
Yes.
How is he prime minister if there's not really a government
If there's
to
no government to make
hold
him
him up?
prime minister.
No, he's acting prime minister because he was the sitting prime minister when Parliament was dissolved.
Yeah.
Well, they have to have
Because
somebody
Parliament gets
running shit
dissolved by
temporarily.
Now,
an act of Parliament, and the writs have been written.
yeah, but he's in a complete and utter bell end, and he's making an absolute shit show of this election. I mean, every
Yeah, it's a
time he
shit
opens
show.
his gob, he does something wrong. Right?
He can't be worse. He can't be worse than Biden.
Do you want to bet?
Is
Do you want to bet?
He's young.
I'd
he's
take that bet.
and
uh,
he's thick as
David?
two top planks.
David, are there memes of your recent prime minister?
Okay,
Memes
right.
of him shitting himself.
I'll let you know what happened.
He's also foreign.
On the day he announced the election, right? He decided to wait until for the weather to stop, to dry up,
Yeah.
to announce it. It didn't happen. They then brought out the Lecton thing, and it was too big for him because he's a small guy. So they had to take it back in and bring another one out. Then when he came out, the Evans opened up, and the guy that's supposed to come out with him with the umbrella picked up the umbrella and then decided not to go out and just shut the door on him. So he was left in the street announcing this general election in the rain. Yeah. The very next day, he went on his mystery tour. He went to Wales and asked them, are they going to enjoy the Euros this year? Knowing Wales is the only British country that didn't qualify, right? So that was like, rubbing the salt in. The next day, he went to Ireland to the Titanic quarter, knowing how he just announced the election. He then said to the Irish, he said, you guys are great shipbuilders. This museum here represents how great you are at building ships. It's dedicated to the one ship that they made that sank on its maiden voyage.
They actually they made two of them. It had a twin sister as well, and that's all.
There's the Titanic and the
Lusitania, I
Britannica.
think it was.
Right? The other
There's the
day,
Titanic and Britannica.
yeah, but the other day he went over to the war anniversary and left early. He was the only leader to leave early to record. He said the reason he had to leave early was he had to record an interview for ITV for the general election. It's like, why? Why on this day? Because when's it going to be? When's it coming out? It's coming out tomorrow, right? And apparently, it's a shit show. ITV have edited it, and it's a complete. Hi, Dallas.
Says hi to everybody.
Hi,
Dallas.
So, David, they've twisted the facts.
No, he literally every time he opens his gob, he puts his mouth in it. Yeah.
Oh, is it take his foot in, insert foot into mouth?
It's something like that.
Mouth disease.
Look, today he announced his party's manifesto. Right, this is the big speech. He's there in the big cameras, everything all there. He's talking away. Meanwhile, his party members are all going around the country launching their own manifesto that has nothing to do with what he's speaking about. Yeah, because they want nothing to do with him anymore.
Yeah.
But the only good news is, in 3 weeks' time, when he gets voted out, he's going to live in America. He's going to California.
Is he messing up the country?
Now. He has a green card to live in America, so it's your problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think
Is he messing up your country, or is he just like doing nothing?
He's messing up. He literally is an absolute farce.
So, who's next in line?
It looks like Sir Keir Starmer.
I don't know.
It looks like. You can never tell with a general election. Things get thrown, Something could
there's
happen in the next 3 weeks. But at
There's
this moment in time, Labour are way out in front on 469 seats, which means they will become not only the controlling party, they will become
Majority.
the party. Yeah. They
But
could
don't
sit
worry.
there.
Most of the Americans will be too drunk to be even bothered about our general election.
I think that means they'd be the majority.
They
No,
will be
it's
the
on-
majority.
It's on
But
Independence Day.
normally, when you have a majority government over here, if you add all the other parties together, there's still enough to cause damage to the controlling party. Yeah. If the predicted levels go through, right, it ain't gonna be worth jack shit. They could say everybody must get up every morning and fart, and you'll have to do it because they have so many MPs. You can't vote it out. It can't be stopped. It's one of them.
The shit show.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna get any better.
So
That's all
how?
politics.
So how's the drone flying, Randy?
Randy's gone. Oh, he's back. I'm still 20 seconds behind on the telly.
Did you ask me how the drone flying was, Andrew?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I haven't had a whole lot of time as of lately. I have about 6 FPV packs charged up, and I haven't been able to get out and fly them.
Well, is
Hmm.
one of them the drone behind you? The picture?
Oh,
Picture.
no. That is
I
a
thought that was one of them.
yeah.
That'd be a hell of a fucking size drone, wouldn't it?
It's right here.
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, get out and about then.
Charged up and ready to go, just don't have the time to fly it.
Soon as I take the thing off, soon as I take the mute off, he balked. Don't want
I need the
He's saying-
pack
he's
with
saying
the
hi.
photos outgoing shipping.
it. Well, I designed a new cup and I just ordered it. Hold on. Now I got my call.
And Dominic, I believe this morning you questioned Laura about charging the batteries because your weather was shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it
Been
turned out she
raining for the
had,
last 24 hours.
yeah, and she had charged her batteries.
Yeah.
We didn't have any rain today. It was just cold.
Been
Yeah, but
raining, it's been
Laura's
windy.
charged her batteries, so expect rain.
Actually, the
Most
rain
rain
is
we've had
due
in
at
about
4
3
o'clock
months.
in the morning.
I reckon it'll rain more than that tomorrow. Laura wants to take a drone out.
Yeah.
Is
According to that
she
outfit,
charging her
start
batteries?
raining at 4
She's
o'clock.
charged them.
Yeah, as I said, she charged them and we got rain.
Blame Trevor for that. Yeah, we've got rain and thunder tomorrow.
So we've got
We had a bit
thunder
of
for
thunder
Wednesday.
yesterday.
From
Yeah, we've
10
got thunder.
a.m.
Thunder for Thursday. We've got.
Yeah, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. rain with thunder. Thursday, rain. Friday, cloudy, but winds of 30 to 40 miles an hour.
Ah, it's nothing.
And then Saturday, rain. Sunday, rain. Monday, rain. She might as well just get rid of it. Just chuck it in the bin.
They were actually quite light today. It was only 7 to 16 miles an hour today.
Yeah, but it
David,
was
that just means somewhere in
unfortunately
the
I was at
area
the
there's-
hospital all day, so she had no choice. She couldn't fly a drone.
That just means somewhere in the area there's a chance of rain.
Mm.
That doesn't mean you'll get rain.
It's the weather for my pinpointed area.
Yeah, because
You just
usually
gotta-
the
you
viewing
just gotta
area
dodge the
is very
raindrops.
big.
It's like for my area, the probability of rain is 96% tomorrow.
There's
That's
still
a point.
4%. There's still 4% you can use. Unless it's 100%, then
And 98% the day after.
Oh, it's still 2%
And it,
No,
yeah.
to rip one
Just,
out.
but at least the temperature's going up to 17 on Thursday.
17,
Just
yes.
came here and got a
Hey,
whole
hey,
bunch of
Dom,
people
I
upstairs.
just sent you a video. It's an interview that you should watch. You follow plane crashes and disappearances like
Yeah.
MH370.
Yep. I've been
Yeah, there's a
watching
new
a lot of that.
Okay,
there's a new video out of this guy that has footage from a U.S. Central Command radar
Okay.
station
Yeah,
and
I'll
a
get
drone.
on to that.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff. It
Is that
has the footage
in
of
the
the plane.
somewhere near Australia?
Yep.
But Dominic,
Supposed to be,
did-
it's supposed to
there
be
was a
east of Western Australia.
Yeah,
But
it
there's a new
went up to Indonesia or something, then came back down again.
Actually, further down, they're saying.
there was a guy from Australia that spoke with your 60 Minutes. The special on where he thinks
Ross
the plane
Coulthard.
went down.
Look at the state of this plane.
MH370.
I put the
That's-
video in the chat. Anybody that's interested in that, watch that video. If
Yeah,
you're
will
if you're into like anti-gravity stuff
Is
and
that
like
bird strike?
alien,
No, this
Very
Or
plane,
just missing a nose cone?
Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, for fuck's sake, one person.
this aeroplane was coming into land in Austria when it got hit. It flew into a hailstorm, and the hailstones were so big it smashed all the windows and took off the nose cone of the plane, and there's
they're not
dents
supposed to fly
all
through
the way down
storms.
it.
I
Dude.
wouldn't have wanted to be on that plane.
Apparently,
they're supposed
the
to stay away from
video-
weather.
yeah, the video from the people inside is just a near 10 minutes of people screaming as the plane's jerking all over the place and then comes into that. Credit to the pilots, though. They landed it. And
Well,
everybody was
they
safe.
must have been American pilots.
Austrian pilots.
I'll watch that later this afternoon.
I'm gonna take off, guys. I gotta go get the kids ready for bed.
No worries, Randy.
Hey,
Okay,
Randy,
that's
hey,
fine.
thanks
Mate.
for coming in,
Randy,
buddy.
wait. I want to show you my cup I'm making. Hold on, you got to see this cup. You're gonna like it.
Does it have that picture behind you on it?
No,
like that.
This one.
Ooh.
I do not like it.
That's it.
Buck Biden.
Yeah, and then
Yes.
and this is the
That's
other side
cool.
of it.
Oh,
That's
look at
cool.
this one.
Yeah, I like that.
What do you think?
Yeah, I like
Yeah. Don't know why you put book. I'd still put fuck.
it.
I wanted to be. I had to go through a company, and I just ordered it. It's coming in. You know?
Yeah, I like that. Definitely cool.
Joe, that's your new
Yeah, I
coffee
figured
cup.
you like that.
Yeah, I like that.
That's
I'm
a
gonna have
new
to get.
coffee cup,
How many
right,
did you order?
Randy?
Just one?
I ordered just one.
Where'd you?
I gotta
where'd you
make sure
order
that-
from?
I
Joe?
can't. I'm not saying. I'm not-
Well,
I,
yeah,
I,
he maybe he wants to order one.
I know. Let me make sure they even print it because they may not even print it.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait till you get it,
Wait,
and
what?
then let me know.
If
Joe,
I
why
get it,
would
then
they
I'll.
not print
Then
it?
if anybody wants one, I'll let them know.
Sounds good.
Well,
Why
they
would
may
they
not
not
print it
print it?
because-
Because
When's it
Because they
supposed
want to
to-
know if
when
you
are you
have
supposed to
copyrights
get
to
it,
certain
Joe?
images. You know,
What's the timetable
makes
on
sense.
getting it?
I'll have it in about a week.
Okay, so within a
Yeah,
week,
they-
maybe if
they've
you
never
don't do
given me
anything, check in with
It-
Joe.
Yeah, they never give me a problem before, but it's got Trump on there. That's why it might give me a problem. So we'll see. I had a problem ordering it. That's what I was on the phone with. My credit card declined, and they said I had a fraudulent purchase. And I said, "You gotta be kidding me!" So I went through another card that did the same thing, and it came up here, and I clicked it, and it went through. So I called them, and they had to release my card. And I was like, I said, every time I said this happens once a year when I go back to them and buy a cup. I said, y'all need to understand, it's not that expensive, and look at the record of my history, you know. So they had to put my card back on.
Maybe it's something with that company.
Well,
Mm.
it's probably it's not local. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I
And
second
sometimes
Randy.
when they go outside the United States, they'll put a hold on it real fast. But then when you say it's okay, you can go, it'll go through.
Yeah.
I
You have
second Randy in this one.
So I'll let you know when I get it. I should have it in about a week.
awesome. Yeah, definitely send
will
me a
be-
picture of that.
Sure.
It will be the coffee cup I drink out of for a while.
Show us.
All right, guys. I'm out.
Okay, Randy, take care.
Bye-bye.
See you, Randy.
Later.
Good luck,
All right.
buddy. We're supporting you all the
Well,
way.
Hey, I appreciate that. I'll be in touch.
Okay.
Take care,
Steve
mate.
likes it.
We'll see
All right.
you.
I'll see you guys.
If Steve Carpenter likes it.
Yeah,
I tell you what, I
catch y'all
got a
later.
few relatives that'll like it for Christmas presents.
Catch you later, Justin.
Justin leaving too? All right.
Yeah, I'll see y'all later.
Okay,
Later,
Justin,
Justin.
hey, thanks for being here, buddy.
Yep.
Means a lot. All of you guys, you mean a lot.
Mhm.
Including Mr. Monopoly.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, Mark's monopolized the panel.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that about Randy.
Steve,
I
I think
understand.
I think you'd also buy that mug.
I feel like this. If I get that mug made, I could probably make money. I
Randy's-
think it had to be under the table.
How
Yeah,
well
I could see
does
Donald Trump knocking on your door going, I want some royalties from that.
how well does a 3D printer make a mug
It doesn't.
with
It doesn't.
Don't go there.
But I
We
tell you
went,
what,
I've already been there once.
I didn't know if it could do it or not.
No.
It can, but you've got to remember you're putting hot water
In
into
something that could melt. Yeah.
plastic, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Also, you'd have to smooth the printing down, then you'd have to make sure it was all filled, and then you'd have to seal it with a food safe chemical. It just wouldn't be worthwhile. That's why we don't 3D print cups
Yep.
or plates or pans.
Or bird drinking bowls.
Well, yeah, the birds are not allowed anywhere near them. Yeah, I had to do a lot of research because
See you, Andrew.
I'm going to print out bird pages. Catch you later, Andrew. You know, he's going to print out lots of bird
Yep.
pages. And I thought, no, can't do that.
But I saw that it came across Facebook, the bug fighting, and I said, I wonder if I could make a cup. And I did that, and I said, yeah, I got to put Trump on the other side, hugging the flag. I just thought that would look good. I put some stuff out there that they didn't question, so it should come through.
Mm.
They'll either do that or cancel the order. You know, it's one of the two.
Have they ever canceled an order before?
No, I've never.
You should have
I need
used.
to. I keep saying I'm gonna buy a machine that I could do it myself.
You should have
You know,
used.
because you can buy the machine and then buy the cups and then it does the hot transfer on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's quite expensive, though.
sublimation printer.
Yeah, they're expensive. That's the problem.
And you need space for it.
Yeah, need that house. That's what I need.
Yeah.
Then I'll make all I want. You know.
And then you need storage, and before you know it, you'll need a second house just to live in.
Yeah, but you need to have it done in that stuff that is all one solid colour until you put hot water in it.
Yep.
And then the appears.
Yeah. So when it's empty, it's got a picture of Buck Biden, and then when you put the hot water in, Donald Trump shows up hugging the
And
flag.
that would have been now. That would be cool. You know.
I'm copyrighting that.
Yeah. That would be cool.
You should have used the pictures of Walter dressed as Biden and Trump.
I should have put that picture of Trump holding the thing and with my picture saying, I love this guy. I had when
if anyone's actually any good at adopting pictures, getting a picture of Donald Trump playing with the hers on Biden's legs.
there you go.
Yeah.
That's talk about creepy.
Yeah.
Or shaving his legs, that'd be better. Tell him I'm removing the creep.
Oh,
Yeah,
waxing. Yeah, waxing them.
Yeah, I think you
Wax on,
guys
wax
got
off.
you got your closing nomination things this week, haven't you? Or is it next week? I don't know.
I tell you that I flew that Avata, that regular Avata today, and I could feel the difference.
Really?
Yeah, I could see the difference in the flight and everything. It flew well, but I could see that it's heavy and it drifts. And it doesn't stay as stable. You get every once in a while you get a little wobble. Doesn't stay as stable. Now I've heard that the Gen fan from Drone Guy 5042, he said that Angel, he said that if you change to the 5-blade Gen fan, it's a completely different drone. So I'm thinking about getting a set just to see. Oh yeah, because I'll be flying this one for a little while, you know. But it was good to get this one out. I flew the red one today. Flew this one. It was good to get it out today. I had to get back in the saddle, you know.
Yeah.
And I tell you,
how was the feel? Did it feel the same or?
Yeah, no, it felt completely different because I was using the different motion controller. It was a lot thicker and felt a little different. Buttons were different, you know. But I just had to start flying it just to feel it. And I wasn't going entirely fast, but I was getting in between things. I was trying to get kind of close to things, and there was a couple of things I was real close to, but it's steady. And then when I came around this one little island out in the middle of this little pond they had, it was full of Canadian geese. I'm glad they didn't take off. But I've flown in that area before. But it was good. It was good to get it up in the air. So the other news, Justin, my son, the other night came home and he said that that girl has been following him. You know, been kind of seeing where he's going and everything like this, because she picks him up on Snapchat, finds out his location. So she'll drive around, and he said he's seen the car a couple of times, and he saw the car. He followed her one time, and he lost her, came back here, and she was back in this complex, driving around. And he stood there and watched her drive by, like that. So he was getting ready to confront her about it, and he sent her. She sent a Snapchat, something to do with the cat at the house, watching the television, and he put a little heart sign on it. And she replied, and they started talking. And she said, "What are you doing? Why don't you come over?" Like that. So he wound up going over and spending about 4 hours at the house with her. And he said there wasn't much talking. Let's put it that way. So then he came back and said they've been talking ever since, but it's not the same yet. You know. I said, I told you, when she gets in that house and she's by herself and she's away from her mom, she's gonna want you back. Because she's told him the other day, Yeah, I have nothing to do. All I've been doing is picking up extra shifts, making more money because I don't feel like sitting here by myself. So maybe she's getting her head together. Because I tell you, when they were together before all this crap happened, they looked like my other son and his wife. That I said right off the bat, man, they're getting married. And people are saying that. His friends are saying that. Y'all need to fix this and get it back together. Because y'all are completely different than just a couple, the way y'all act. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But he's been in a better mood for 2 days, I joked around with him and said, "Oh, it's just a booty call now. That's all." No. That Mark's barking too.
No.
No, Mark's would be a.
No, I don't want no barking. Shh. Oh. Hey Dominic, I went to Arby's today and got them 5 roast beefs for $5.
Right.
Yeah, 5 regulars. I mean, that bag was this big. $5, 5 big sandwiches. The guy, I said, "How many of these things y'all selling?" He says, "Man, we planned ahead and we're selling a lot of them."
Don't all talk at once.
Yeah. Well, it's getting to that time.
Oh,
Yeah, I think on that note, I'm going to call it for myself.
Are we calling it?
you
Who's
calling
that?
it?
Paul, you're muted. You're muted.
Hey, who's that one? Ozable River 5
Audible
channels
River
dam.
5 channel. Yeah, I've seen him. I've seen that channel before. Are we calling it?
Yeah. Oh, you're still muted.
You're muted.
Ball's muted.
Yep, you wanna call it?
Well, I'm
Let's
going to
call
drop
it.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
we'll
gonna go
call
get
it.
me a sandwich.
Okay, all right, everybody. Hey, thanks for being here. We'll see you in the morning.
Later, guys.
I don't think
Take care,
Justin's
everybody.
I don't think
Take care,
Justin's going.
everybody.
I don't think Justin's gaming tonight, but keep an eye out. Take care. We'll see all of you again in the morning. Thanks for being here.
Sleep well, guys.
Later, y'all.
Here's some
Bye-bye.
more calls.